on Beck. Set down, kick is up by Reed. End over end kick, has a leg, and the kick is on target. It's good. And the Rangers take a 21-19 lead with 48 seconds to go.
Cason Wells across the 20, the 30, the 40. He's got the near sideline to the 50. He could beat everyone. One guy to beat to the end zone, to the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Cason Wells. The freshman takes it the distance.
A nice blocking that time on the right side of the line of scrimmage. And this looks a little bit more like the Ranger offense that we saw the last couple of weeks right now, taking command, taking control at the line of scrimmage and moving the chains.
Williams taking a shot at the end zone to Sill. He leaps and makes the catch. Touchdown, Smithson Valley. What a play by Ethan Sill. Smithson Valley short the blitz, they'll bring it. Trainer pressure throws over the middle, caught, and a punch again delivered by Thomas Zoid. Off a deep drop, pass deflected and intercepted by Witcher. Off the deflection, Trey Witcher comes through with a pick, and the Rangers are going to win it.
Playoffs no stranger to the Smithson Valley Rangers. A big win last Friday night against district rival New Braunfels assured them of yet another familiar trip to the postseason. Tonight, in their quest of second season royalty, they're going to take on a team from Austin whose only blemish on the 2018 campaign was a 44-14 loss to Westlake back on October 12th. Let the playoffs begin. It's the Rangers and the Lake Travis Cavaliers tonight, right here on the Rangers Network. Good evening. We thank you for joining us, along with my broadcast partner, Geff Gandy. My name is Roland J. Reese, and it's the second season, Geff.
It is the second season. This is why I think these kids and coaches go through all the offseason. Think about this. All the workouts in offseason last year. You have spring training. You have summer 7-on-7, summer camp, winter camp, and you play the season to get to tonight. This is where the season starts, and both these teams are no stranger getting into the playoffs.
No, absolutely not. And you mentioning the second season, a clean slate. The Smithson Valley Rangers got here by virtue of a 5-2 record in district this year, and a lot of that offensive prowess, that offensive leadership, came from a young man named Levi Williams.
Levi Williams, the senior, 6'5", 215 pounds. He's been the leader, kind of the bell cow, if you will, for this Smithson Valley Rangers offense. He's the #1 rusher, but he also has a good arm, and he's a University of Houston commit, so he's a heck of an athlete. He's got everything that you want a leader to have as far as the intangibles, and we've seen that from the position where they had 2 early losses, one against Madison and once against Midland Lee, and that leadership started taking over in the locker room, and the performance on the field started to improve as well.
You know, you were talking about running the football and the job that Levi Williams has done running the football this season. He's been getting some help in that backfield from a young man named Mark Franco with 371 yards on the season thus far.
Absolutely. In fact, there's 3 running backs, Roland, that Williams will actually hand the ball off to. I call them the 3 Fs. Mark Franco, Jacob Fortone, and Darlington Frash. Both of them, all 3 of them, have done a great job running with the football, and it relieves Levi Williams from having to run the football as much too, because these young backs have done a great job.
And you know, running that football, you need some help from that big offensive line, and leading the way there, right tackle Ronald Copeney.
Copeney is a senior, 6'5", 280 pounds, and done a great job all year long. And in fact, I've had the privilege of watching him all last year too, so he's a 2-year starter. He's been the one that's really kind of helped the younger offensive linemen throughout this year really come up to snuff, and they've been playing marvelous football the last few games.
Now, on the other side of the football, Geff Gandy, tell us a little bit about that performance by the middle linebacker, Matt Colmansberger.
Matt Colmansberger. Of course, a middle linebacker is supposed to be making a lot of plays. When you run a 4-3 defense, as the Smithson Valley Rangers do, everything's funneled for the 3 inside linebackers to really make the plays. But Colmansberger has been playing a little bit of outside. They'll put him up on the line of scrimmage. But tonight he's going to start in the middle linebacker position. But he's a heck of an athlete, senior, 5'11", 180 pounds. He goes sideline to sideline making plays.
And while we're on the subject of seniors, a young man we've seen grow in this Smithson Valley defense. What a job he did that last year, and he's carrying it over to his senior campaign, and that's defensive end Will Gibbons.
Will Gibbons, and that is an interesting, because last year Coach Hill went to him and said, you know, Will, would you consider moving from outside linebacker position to a defensive tackle? He's a great athlete. He's 6'1", 240 pounds. He actually gained a little bit of weight to play this position, but he hasn't lost a step in his speed. And all year long, he has been a go-to rock there in the middle, anchoring that defensive tackle positions. He has 8 tackles for loss, 1 sack, and 2 quarterback hurries. He's been the leader on that defensive line.
You know, Jeff, we were talking about the Lake Travis Cavaliers and how they've only dropped 1 game this season, that being to Westlake. And we'll go into a little bit more about them here in just a couple of minutes. But if you're on the Smithson Valley side of the field, give us some keys. What are we looking for this evening?
Well, when you look at the other side of the field, Lake Travis Cavaliers, they are a solid football team from top to bottom. Offensively, defensively, special teams, there's very little weaknesses. But when you look at the offense, it's really run by their quarterback, Hudson Card. He's a junior, 6'2", 170. You know, he's 28-2 touchdown to interception ratio. That's a lot of touchdowns. In fact, he himself are half of the team's touchdowns so far this year. So he either does it through his arm passing the ball, or he does it with his feet running the football. He's a dual threat quarterback and a heck of an athlete, and he's also a University of Texas commit.
And I tell you what, some great quarterbacks have come through here before. We mentioned the name of Baker Mayfield, who played his high school football right here at Lake Travis several years ago, now with the Cleveland Browns. In the backfield, we're talking about a man named Weston Stevens.
Yep, and he is going to be the one that totes the football, probably mostly out of the running back position. But Roland, he's a sophomore. He's a sophomore, and he averages seven yards per rush. He already has 9 touchdowns. Longest one for touchdown is 50 yards. He's a good-looking little kid, and I tell you what, he's going to see the football a lot here tonight.
And on the defensive side of that football, one of the big influences there on that defensive crew is Caleb Winston.
Yeah, senior Caleb Winston. He's had a lot of tackles in the backfield, and what's really impressed me against Westlake, he actually batted a pass and intercepted himself, made about a 4-yard return. He's a heck of an athlete out there in the field, and he's the one who anchors that front defensive four for the Cavaliers.
We're going to kick this thing off here in just a minute, get into second season 2018, the Lake Travis Cavaliers and the Smithson Valley Rangers in just a bit. And coming up in moments, the Rangers Network's very own Brant Freeman has a interview with head coach Larry Hill. That's on the way in moments here on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal ISD. The Comal Independent School District is a fast-growing and innovative district with more than 23,000 students. Families are attracted to Comal ISD because of its family values, neighborhood schools, and safe environments. Come to Comal ISD. And Chicken Express, home of world-famous chicken tenders and legendary Chicken-y sweet tea. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express. And Physicians Premier. Our conveniently located freestanding ERs are fully equipped and expertly staffed so you get the best care closest to home. At Physicians Premier, you'll find faster service, friendly doctors, and a comfortable level like no other. And Texas Regional Bank. Buying or building a home? We have construction and mortgage loans to help. For all your personal or business banking needs, Texas Regional Bank. The people you know. And Texas 46. A home-style hill country restaurant has been in the Spring Branch community for over 30 years, where the focus is on a Lone Star favorite, slow-cooked barbecue. We can cater or host your next large event, too. Welcome to Texas 46.
Back at Inside Rangers football, and again at Smithson Valley, taking on Lake Travis in the playoff opener this Friday. A Lake Travis team that needs little introduction. They have been state finalists 3 years in a row, had one of the great runs in high school football playoff history, winning 5 straight state championships in the mid-2000s. You look at the team this year, Coach, they're 9-1
Only loss so far this season came to Westlake. What grabs your attention when you look at this year's Cavalier football team?
Well, I think just how balanced they are. You know, they've got great players at every position. It's not a situation where let's load up and stop the pass or stop the run, or they're getting it all done with defense or whatever. They're as good as advertised. They have good players at every position. You mentioned their tradition. They have great coaching staff. I mean, you know, all the accolades they have are well deserved. So we've got a work cut out for us.
Let's break down each side of the football, and we'll start with the offense. It's averaging more than 40 points per game. The quarterback is Hudson Card, a touchdown-interception ratio this year of 28-2. A lot of weapons to throw the ball to, and also can make plays with his feet. Have you played a comparable offense or quarterback like this season?
Well, every offense is a little bit different, and so certainly we've played some dual-threat quarterbacks. The kid at Clemens, Judson, the Madison kid, of course, is a guy that can get it done. But, you know, no two quarterbacks are exactly alike, and there's no question he's got a Division I arm and he's got Division I feet, and I think he's a Division I commit, so he can do it all.
The defense has played just as well this year for Lake Travis. They're surrendering less than 19 points per game. They've forced their share of turnovers, 14 so far this season. They're getting after quarterbacks as well. What holes, if any, are there to expose in this Lake Travis defense? Well,
there's no real holes. A program of their stature, you know, there's no glaring weakness. You know, I think you'll have to be balanced. I think you'll have to be able to zig when they maybe think you're going to zag. You know, you'll have to present things slightly different than what they're expecting. Not much different than any other week, real frankly, but we know that there'll be times when it's going good and times when it's going so-so, and we got to get enough good ones together to pull it out.
Now, we spoke about this earlier. Looking back at your schedule in the regular season in non-district play, playing a team like Madison, like Midland Lee, within 26 6A play, playing teams like Judson, Steele, and Clemens, how well prepared do you feel when you take the field against a team like Lake Travis then?
Well, nothing necessarily prepares you for anyone, but hopefully the environment you've been in more than anything else. Again, their systems are different than those teams you mentioned, just like those were different than the others, but certainly the caliber of play, the environment that you've been in, you hope that helps you. I guess we'll find out Friday, but if you could script it, you know, you'd like to win every game in that kind of environment that prepares you for the playoffs. But we didn't necessarily win them all, but you know, hopefully our guys will be ready for that kind of atmosphere.
And what do you see being the biggest keys to Friday's game?
Well, I think you got to make them drive the ball. You know, they've been so explosive on big chunk plays with multiple playmakers, and I think that's true every week. But certainly they've made a living on that. And then you know, as far as our offense against their defense, got to control the football. You know, make them play for some long drives. But we'll have to get some explosives too. I don't think we'd be awful naive to think you can drive the ball 8, 10, 12 play drives over and over and over against a team of that caliber. And then probably going to have to make something happen big, not just a routine kick and play, but some impactful kicking game play that can change the game.
All right, Coach, best of luck on Friday.
All right, thank you, Brand.
We welcome you back to Lake Travis High School here in Austin, Texas. 53 degrees at kickoff time. We should see low somewhere down around 50 before it's all said and done. Absolutely perfect postseason football weather, Geoff Gandy.
Oh, I'll tell you, think about all the August weather and the September, how hot and rainy it's been, and now you get a gorgeous night like tonight. Just come on out and sit in the stands and watch two teams play. If you don't have any skin in the game, it'd still be a wonderful evening to come out to enjoy a high school football game.
That's true. The team captains have met for the coin toss at midfield. I believe Lake Travis has won the toss and has deferred to the second half. The Rangers are going to receive to start the football game this evening. I'll be having here in just a couple of minutes when they tee things up. Okay, Geoff Gandy, once again, your keys to the game this evening.
Well, for Smithson Valley, I mean, you just got to play. They're on a 3-game winning streak going in, and they've got a lot of momentum. And the secret sauce to their success the last 3 weeks have been all 3 phases doing very well, playing on all cylinders. Offensively, Levi Williams has been making great decisions, throwing the football, hasn't turned the football over, distributing the football to all 3 of his running backs, moving the chains. The offensive line has done a great job up front. They're going to have to do that. They're going to have to march down the field, and maybe when you get the opportunity for an explosive play, take it if the defense gives it to you. Defensively, the Rangers are going to have to play solid up front. No, you can't give them any easy things, anything gimmies. And so that along with the special teams. Special teams the last 3 weeks have accompanied for 23 points. We need a big special team play here tonight as well.
Well, they got Jalen Nutt, Mason Livingston, and Kason Wells back to field the kickoff. This, of course, coming from the foot of Hayes McCannon. Ladies and gentlemen, the second season is underway at Lake Travis High School near Austin, Texas. This one handled, I believe this is Nutt, across the 15. It is, as he'll be dropped at about the 18-yard line. And that's where the Rangers will go to work, 1st and 10.
Not a bad start. Jalen Nutt was a little hesitant coming out of he caught it right on the goal line. Little hesitant and decided to take it out. Now they get it first on the 22-yard line.
So, of course, the quarterback, as we mentioned, Levi Williams. 9 touchdowns running the football thus far this season on this 1st and 10. Shotgun formation for Williams. Here's the handoff straight through. Goes the running back, Jacob Fortone. He is of course, a 5'6", 180-pound junior running back. He's going to pick up, say, about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, Smithson Valley comes out with their typical package. It's 10 personnel, and that means there's 1 running back and 4 wide receivers, excuse me.
Here's a give this time. And that will be Jarlington Frash, who takes the ball down to near the 25-yard line. It'll be just a couple of yards shy of a 1st down. That'll bring up a 3rd and short for Smithson Valley.
Yeah, this is what we want to see from the Smithson Valley offense, is just little chunks of yardage at a time and get it where it's 3rd and short, gives you an opportunity to pick up the 1st down and keep the chains moving.
Frash and Fortone there in the backfield. Here's the snap. Here's Levi Williams on the keeper. Out across the 25. He should have enough for a 1st down, as they'll bring him down right at about the 28-yard line.
You know, Levi Williams is 6'5", 215 pounds, and that was a designed quarterback run right off the left side between Muchagumba and Logan Smith, who did a nice job blocking. But, you know, Williams, he kind of ran over the middle linebacker, Marcerio Trevino, that time, and picked up an extra 2-3 yards for the 1st down. 2
receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side for quarterback Levi Williams. Shotgun formation. Here's the pass just out of the reach of his intended receiver, Kason Wells. That'll bring up a 2nd down for the Rangers.
Looks like it's just a little mistiming there between Williams and Wells. Wells turned out, but Levi kind of threw it back behind him. Miscommunication that time on 1st down.
Kason Wells, of course, has hauled in 12 catches this year for 189 yards. 2nd and 10. Here's Williams faking, looking to go over the middle that time on a play action. That one incomplete. His intended receiver that time, that was, I believe, Chris Rivera, number 18.
Well, Levi was a little high that time on his pass to Rivera. He was open right between the safeties on a little skinny post route. Levi just missed him just a little bit too high, and he had to do that because the defensive lineman, Wesley Irwin, had his hands up in his face.
2 receivers to the far side, single receiver near side for quarterback Levi Williams, dropping back. He looks far side, just overthrows his intended receiver. Once again, that's Wells, and that'll bring up a 4th down in a punting situation for Smithson Valley.
Well, that was a good first series, and then they moved the chains, and that last 3 plays, just pass plays were just a little bit off. The timing doesn't seem to be quite there, and, of course, give a little bit of credit to the defense for the Cavaliers to mess them up.
Jeremiah Gilliam on to punt this thing away for Smithson Valley. That is Kyle Eves. Normally starts at running back. This one will take a Ranger bounce inside the 30. They'll down this at around the 26-yard line, and that's where Lake Travis will take over 1st and 10.
Well, we'll get our first chance to see Hudson Card come out. We've seen him on film, heard a lot about him. He's a heck of an athlete. University of Texas commit, as we mentioned before, but this high-powered Cavalier offense they're averaging 44 points a game and 400-plus yards total per game. And Most of that is through the air, 239 yards, and they're averaging around 184 rushing, but we'll see how they start off tonight.
Well, here's Card with the 2 receivers to the near side and a single receiver far side. Once again, Hudson comes from the shotgun. Pass complete to Kyle Eves for a short pickup. Give him a pickup of about 6 on that. It'll be 2nd and 4. Single receiver to the near side, 2 to the far side. For Card, takes the snap. This time the pitch. Across the 35, the 40-yard line, goes the man we talked about pregame, Weston Stevens.
Yeah, Weston Stevens, that was just a toss sweep to the right, and he had good blocking on the perimeter, was able to pick up 8 or 9 yards and hurdled over the Matt Colesmanberger for the first down.
From the 42, first down. Here's Card looking downfield, has a man at the 40 now, the 35 out of bounds inside the 30. Goes his intended receiver. That was Lake McRae. Big pickup that time for the Cavaliers. That'll move the chains and give them a first down in Smithson Valley territory at about the 28-yard line. Here's Card calling for it. The snap. Once again, quick pass to the outside. This one handled by his receiver, Jeremiah Patterson, hauling that in for the Cavaliers, and they get back to the line quickly.
Yeah, up-tempo. They want to get it in here real quick. They're not changing the personnel. They're staying in 10 personnel.
It's 1st and goal now, Lake Travis at the Rangers 7. Here's the handoff. Here's Stevens into the end zone. Touchdown, Lake Travis.
Well, that looked pretty easy. Just a simple handoff to Weston Stevens off the right side, and looked like Jalen Nutt came up to make the hit and just got faked out. But that was a good-looking beginning drive for the Cavaliers, taking the ball at their own 22-yard line and marching it downfield for an easy 6 points.
The extra point attempt is good, and with 9:07 left to go in the first quarter, our score, Lake Travis Cavaliers 7, the Smithson Valley Rangers nothing. We'll be back with more in just a moment. You're enjoying Smithson Valley football here on the Rangers Network.
With GVTC Connect Home, I can get 24-hour-a-day security monitoring and even get alerts on my phone while I'm on the field at practice. I can lock and unlock my doors, arm and disarm the system remotely, and even see who's on my front porch right here on my smartphone. Coach, wipe your feet.
Let GVTC give you peace of mind when you're not at home. Sign up for GVTC Connect Home today.
It's game day, and Sage Capital Bank is ready for Ranger football. We're right down the road from Ranger Stadium and Smithson Valley proud. Get your guns up and go Rangers!
Back with you live at Lake Travis, the campus of Lake Travis High School. Jalen Nutt and Kason Wells back to field the kickoff following the Lake Travis touchdown. This one coming near side will be handled by Nutt at the 10, the 15, across the 20. He'll be wrestled down at about the 22-yard line. Stop made on the play that time.
Marciano Trevino.
That was Marciano Trevino. Isaiah Wright also in on the stop for the Cavaliers. Good special team play by the Cavaliers. 1st and 10, Rangers. Line of scrimmage is their own 22-yard line.
You know, typically this is what we see in a Smithson Valley Ranger game where the Rangers have to respond back to some adversity. Let's see what they do here in this second series.
Here's Levi. Here's the handoff. This is Fresh across the 30 down to around the 32-yard line for some positive yardage. Hunter Henry from his free safety position over to make the stop for Lake Travis.
Well, that play was set up for success with a lead block of Jacob Fortone on the cornerback that time on Copeland Gothard. It was a crushing blow that gave Fresh out the alley to be able to pick up the first down. Great job.
They'll send 2 receivers out to the far side. Single receiver, that being Austin Howell, to the near side for Levi Williams. Levi, the keeper. Going to bang out to near the 35. He'll be stopped at about the 33 after a short gain. Nick Villarreal in on stop that time for Lake Travis. Second and call it 9. They're only going to give him a pickup of 1 on that play.
Levi averages over 6 yards per carry. He's pretty good as far as a running back, and he's the quarterback on the team.
Ethan Sill out to the near side, flanked. Here it is, second down. Here's the give. Here's Darlington Frash inside and outside, dancing his way to about the 38-yard line. Nice pickup that time for Darlington. He's over to make the stop. That was Mauricio Trevino.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Trevino making a shoestring tackle, I think Frash would have had a lot more yardage picking up after that. That's a good-looking play right off left tackle.
That's a pickup of 5. It's 3rd and 4 for the Rangers. 2 receivers out to the far side. 2 backs in the backfield for quarterback Levi Williams. Once again, the give to Darlington Frash. He's going to have the first down and more as he bangs out across the 45 to about the 46-yard line before he's met there and dropped. Caleb Winston. We talked about him pregame, over to make the stop on the Smithson Valley running back.
Well, that play was really well executed. Blocking down on about the left-hand side of your offensive lineman, kicking out with a lead block by Jacob Fortone again, and number 44, Austin Howell. Great blocking that time on the left-hand side.
This time, Sill and Wells go flank to the far side on this 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Williams calling for the football. Go with Darlington Frash once again. As he tries to get near the 50-yard line, he'll be met at about the 48 and driven back. Is that good pursuit? Mauricio Trevino that time from his defensive lineman position.
Yeah, I think it was about all 7 of the front defensive line had to get Frash down. He had a head of steam going, and they met him about 3 yards deep.
Pickup of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Rangers. 6:43 left to go here in the first quarter. Lake Travis up 7-0. On this 2nd and 8, here's Williams calling for the football. This time, Williams the keeper, straight up the middle, across the 45 and into Lake Travis territory. He'll be stopped at right around the 40-yard line is where they're going to mark it. Good call that time for the Ranger offense.
They changed up their personnel. It's 21 personnel, two running backs and 1 tight end, and they're just trying to run the football, take time off the clock, and pound that defense down, get them worn out. And that was a great play fake that time by Levi Williams, and he saw a crease up the middle and made a great run for first down.
2 receivers near side, a single receiver to the far side. Once again, Levi Williams calls his own number and gets across the 40 down to around the 38-yard line before he'll be met there. Caleb Winston, and on the stop that time for Lake Travis.
Well, it looks like this is going to be like a boxing match, just bunch of body blows, punches to the body, then finally look for the big explosive play where they're going to try to get one-on-one and go vertical down the field with a pass. So maybe they're setting something up here, Roland.
2nd and 9, Rangers now at the Lake Travis 39-yard line. There's Williams dropping back, looking downfield, just out of the reach of his intended receiver. That was Ethan Sill at about the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 9.
Boy, if Levi could see that again. Austin Howe did a 7-yard out route, and he was wide open for a first down if he could have just seen him.
So as we mentioned, 3rd and 9 now from the 39-yard line, that being the Lake Travis 39-yard line, as Fortone's checking out of the game. Into the game comes Jalen Nutt, and he'll go flanked out to the far side along with Ethan Sill on this 3rd and 9. Darlington Frash lone back in the backfield for Levi Williams, who calls his own number and gets out across the 35 to near the 34-yard line before he's met there and dropped. Aiden Nava, and on the stop for Lake Travis. And that should bring up a 4th and about 4 for the Rangers.
It looks like 4 down territory here when you got 4 yards to go, and your leading rusher, Levi Williams, is picking up some pretty good chunks of real estate. Might as well go for it.
Howell out of the game. Eric Tietzman in at wide receiver on this 4th and 4. Big play. Levi Williams looks over, and Lake Travis calls a timeout. So with 4:48 left to go in the first quarter and the Rangers driving on a 4th and 4, we'll step away for just a moment. You're enjoying Smithson Valley football here on the Rangers Network.
Principal Wall. Do I need to make an appointment with you at Dr. Bayless at Snoring Solutions so you can get a better night's sleep?
Yes.
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 Dr. Bayless and Snoring Solutions can help you get a good night's sleep without the use of CPAP machines or surgery. Visit Snoring Solutions today.
Well, with 4:48 left to go in the first quarter, we're back here at Lake Travis High School. It's week 1 of postseason action for the Lake Travis Cavaliers and the Smithson Valley Rangers. Our situation right now is 4th and 4. Line of scrimmage is the Cavalier 34-yard line for the Smithson Valley Rangers. As they come in from timeout, again, send Teetsman flank to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. Williams on this 4th down. Now man in motion, movement and penalty markers on the field. I don't know if they're going to say the Rangers moved or.
No, it's offsides defense. Will that be enough to pick up the first down?
We will see momentarily. Looked like one of the defensemen there for the Cavaliers was celebrating a little bit.
It was Caleb Winston that went with a fake. And a hard count by Levi Williams, and it just drew him offside. He knocked the center, Devin Smith, over. It's obvious offsides or encroachment by the defense. That's one way to pick up a first down, Roland.
Absolutely. Howell back in the ball game at tight end. He's replacing Eric Teetsman. 2 receivers out to the far side. Howell will come flank to the near side on a 1st and 10, 29-yard line. The Lake Travis 29, the line of scrimmage. Here's the give, Darlington Fratch. Now across the 30, he's going to be wrapped up at about the 28-yard line before he's driven back.
But that play was real successful last week when the Rangers played New Braunfels. Didn't do so well on that last play because the outside linebacker Nick Villarreal has the cutback responsibility, and he was there waiting for Frash when he cut back.
And no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10. Once again, the 29-yard line, the line of scrimmage, but the Rangers on the move. As the clock continues to move with 4:12 left to go here first quarter. This time they're sending trips out to the far side. Man in motion. Here's Williams giving the handoff. Down to around the 25-yard line goes Cason Wells. He's run the football effectively this season for Smithson Valley.
Well, they seem to be having a lot of success running into the boundary. In other words, the ball is on the hash mark closest to us, and they're running into the short side of the field. They're loading up the blockers, and it's just a mismatch as far as having more blockers than defenders. And that left side of the offensive line with Machiguma and Logan Smith and Devin Smith at center doing a great job so far.
Pickup of 3 on that play. It's 3rd and 7 for Smithson Valley. 2 receivers to the far side. Here's Levi Williams calling for the football. He'll keep it once again, trying to get out across the 25, and he's going to be stopped shy of a first down. As a matter of fact, they get him right around the 25-yard line. Caleb Winston in on the stop.
Well, again, that's good defensive play. The backside linebackers are not flowing hard with the flow, and they're sitting there ready for the cutback. That time, Levi Williams was trying to take a step to the right and cut back through the B hole. Excuse me, through the A gap. And the outside linebacker sitting right there ready to make the tackle.
Here it is, 4th down and 6, and the Rangers go for it. Here's Williams looking far side, has a man, trying to get out, trying to spin out of the way. Was the intended receiver, and I believe that was not. We'll have to check that on the far side of the field. Nonetheless, it's short, and Lake Travis will take over 1st and 10.
Well, I mean, it was a quick out, and it has potential to get enough for the first down, but Levi's got to lead him to the outside instead of inside, where if you have to turn back in to catch the ball, you're actually coming back in where the flow of the defensive players are coming. So that play didn't have a whole lot of opportunity to make up that first down, unfortunately.
Hudson Card brings the offense to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 1st and 10. Cavaliers' line of scrimmage is their own 23-yard line. Card takes the snap, This time fakes the handoff on the delay. He's feeling pressure. Card will go down. Big sack that time. Trey Witcher, who leads the team in tackles.
That's great pressure that time by the front four of Moore, Witcher, Gibbons, and Hoback. And it was Witcher that came up with a big sack.
Correction. Witcher leads the team in quarterback sacks, and we see right there why. It's going to be 2nd and long for Lake Travis as they send 2 receivers out to the far side, single receiver near side. Here's Card taking the snap. Card fakes the handoff, quick out this time to his receiver. And that being Lake McCree, who hauls that in to get a little bit of that back. That'll bring up a 3rd down and long for Lake Travis.
Yeah, it looked like Jackson Sinney came over from his free safety position and made sure he went out of bounds. Now it's 3rd and 10, 3rd and long. Big down here. If the Rangers can hold them, after the punt, they'll get some decent field position on it.
2 receivers either side for cornerback Hudson Card. Calling for the football. Pressure. Dropping back once again, feeling pressure. He's trying to run and get open, and he found a receiver on the far side of the field. That was Garrett Wilson who hauled that in. So once again, Hudson Card works his magic for Lake Travis, and that'll move the chains.
Well, pressure made Card roll out to his left, which is throwing across his body, but he's a heck of an athlete, and he had enough on it to be able to hit Garrett Wilson, who just went past the yard markers and then settled down along the sidelines. Oh, they spotted it short.
Wow. If it's short, it's just short. Are they going to measure? I guess not.
No, he's a good, I'd say yard and a half short.
Yeah, it's a 31-yard line. There was an indication that it was the 34-yard line where he had gained to, but
I thought forward momentum had him across the sticks.
But they're marking this back at the 31, and it's going to be 4th and about 1 for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Are they going to throw a quick out, just roll out with Card and give him the option of either keeping it and running it or throwing it to someone in the flat or hand it off to Stevens? This would be huge if the Rangers were able to hold him at this point and get the football back at the other end of the football field. This would be huge for this.
A minute 34 left to go here in the first quarter. Lake Travis on top 7-0 by virtue of a 7-yard touchdown run by the running back Weston Stevens at the 9:07 mark of the first quarter. Cavaliers back to the line of scrimmage on this 4th and 1.
Wide open.
We'll check this out. Here's a handoff. Nothing doing as the Ranger defense held. They tried to hand off to Sean Brown-Nixon. Will Gibbons. We talked about him pregame. What a job he's done once again for that Ranger defense.
Boy, I tell you what, Roland, I thought they were going to run that little quick out because there was so much cushion given by the corner, but they handed it off to Stevens, and Will Gibbons shot his gap, hit Stevens in the backfield. Big stop, big down, big opportunity now for the Smithson Valley Rangers to put some points on the board.
And what does that do to the squad out there mentally?
Absolutely. The momentum now is shifted on the Ranger sideline, and this is huge.
1st and 10, Smithson Valley. Movement once again, and this time the Cavalier defense is applauding. I think they're going to have movement on the offensive line.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Muchaguma I think he was a little bit early. That's going to cost him a big 5 yards.
So on 1st and 10, this is going to be a 1st and 15 as they mark it at about the 33-yard line. 2 receivers out to the near side, single receiver to the far side, 2 backs in the backfield with Levi Williams. Here's the handoff. Trying to go across the right side of that line is tailback Jacob Fortone. He'll get to about the 30 before he's met there and dropped.
Not a whole lot there for Fortone that time. He was met by Winston, the defensive tackle, 33. Did a nice job of stuffing the blocker and just playing off of that and making the tackle on Fortone.
Give him a pickup of 3. It's going to be 2nd and 12, Smithson Valley. Once again, 2 receivers near side and a single receiver to the far side. Here's a handoff, and on the option pass, that was incomplete. End of the game that time That was Frash with the football trying the pass there that time.
He was
just a little bit out of the reach of his intended receiver.
Well, it was a little bit of a trick play, half-back pass, thinking that the corner would suck up on the fake run, but Adam Nova and Tag Humble really had the receiver in and out, double team. There was no way that pass was going to be able to get in there. In fact, if it was a good pass, it might have been intercepted.
3rd and 12 as 3 receivers come out to the near side. Frash, the lone back in the backfield with quarterback Levi Williams. He takes the snap. Williams calls his own number across the 30, down around the 25-yard line. He's going to be stopped shy of a first down. As over to make the tackle that time, Raleigh Irwin.
We picked up a big 4 yards, and this definitely is doable for Mason Reed. 41 yards. He's already made one from 41 yards this season.
And Reed. Back the long snapper. Here's the snap. The kick is down, and it's no good. Just didn't have the trajectory that time. So with 6 seconds left to go in the first quarter, our score remains Lake Travis 7, Smithson Valley nothing.
Well, Reed, it looked like it was a little bit of the snap looked good. It looked like the hold was good, but he was just rushing it a little bit. And sometimes when you hit a knuckleball, it's when you kind of look up a little bit. And maybe he kind of took a quick peek before without keeping his head down. Roland, you're right. The ball didn't have a whole lot of treachery on it. It just didn't have enough to make it to the goalpost.
So from the 24-yard line, the Cavalier 24. It's 1st and 10, Lake Travis. Card takes the snap. Good defensive pressure that time. It's coming over to make the stop. That was Trey Moore. And what a stop, a 6'1", 230-pound sophomore.
Yeah.
That'll end it here in the first quarter. Big the tackle for a loss that time. 7-0 Lake Travis on top of Smithson Valley. Second quarter on the way. You're enjoying Smithson Valley football here on the Ranger Network.
Smoky Mo's is great. You can feed a whole bunch of people on a little bit of money. It's perfect for Friday nights.
My boy's a football player, and this fills him up. The brisket is awesome.
I like brisket and sweet brisket. I can't say it.
They have the best turkey, brisket, sausage in all of Comal County.
I agree, and the kids love it too.
You're never going to play offensive line for the Rangers eating salad. Come get some beef.
Go Rangers!
Since I've had GVTC installed in my office, I've been able to get a lot more done. With fiber speeds up to 1 gig a second, I can turn in all my schoolwork on time, keep up on social media, and watch game film with no interruptions.
Whoa, we haven't even played that game yet.
Yeah, it's that fast.
Enjoy uninterrupted entertainment with your favorite apps through our professionally installed GVTC Wi-Fi home network. Log on to gvtc.com to sign up today.
Along with Geff Gandy, my name is Roland J. Ruiz from Lake Travis High School in nearby Austin, Texas. 7-0 Lake Travis on top of Smithson Valley as we start the second quarter with a 2nd and 15. And Card's pass complete over the middle. Goes the wide receiver hauling it in. Inside the Smithson Valley 5-yard line goes Garrett Wilson.
Roland, there wasn't anything fancy about that passing catch that time. Wilson just basically settled between the 2 linebackers, and Card just delivered basically a fastball to him as a passing catch, and the rest was Wilson just outrunning the secondary until he finally got tackled on the 5-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is, they're actually marking it the 6, but it is 1st and goal once again for Lake Travis. From the 6, 2 receivers near side. Looking for Wilson once again in the corner of the end zone, just out of his fingertips, off his fingertips, that is. It's back defensively. That was Cullen Betsy.
Back shoulder throw that time. When you're down here in the red zone, close to the end zone like that, a lot of times just that little fade in the back corner is what you want to do. And Wilson is an Ohio State commit, so he's a heck of an athlete. I'd try to get him football too.
2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage is the 6. Here's the handoff. That's going to Weston Stevens, who bangs down inside the 5 to about the 4 for a pickup of a couple. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
It'll be 3rd and goal, Cavaliers from the 4.
This time the Cavaliers will line up. It's like 3 receivers, Wilson included, out to the near side. 2 to the far side for quarterback Card. Now DeCinio goes in motion. Oh. Here's the pass over his intended receiver's head. That is Cortland Denicio. Correction, Denicio there with the incomplete pass, or just out of the reach of Denicio, that is. So that'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, that play looked like it had 6 points written all over it, but really give credit to Christian Romano, who stepped in front of the pass and disrupted the receiver from able to catch the football. That was a good play by Romano.
Absolutely. Christian Romano, a 6-foot senior, his defensive secondary position. Here's Hayes McCannon on to try a field goal from about 20 yards, and it's good. And with 10:55 left to go in the first half, our score now, Lake Travis 10, Smithson Valley nothing. We'll be back with more in just a moment. This is Smithson Valley Football, and this is the Rangers Network.
Join us on the Hill Country Mile in Bernie's historic downtown for an old-fashioned holiday kickoff with all the trimmings at the 19th Annual Dickens on Main celebration, Thanksgiving weekend, November 23rd and 24th. Bring friends and family to welcome the Christmas season with live music, theatrical performances, carriage rides, Santa visits, and more along snowy Main Street. Admission is free, and the memories last a lifetime. Visit dickensonmain.com for all the details.
Chicken Express is the place for legendary chicken tenders, the freshest sides, and the best sweet tea in Texas, Chicken E Sweet Tea. Let's give a big thank you to the Brown family for supporting all the high schools in the area for over a decade. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
Well, a field goal that time with 10:55 left to go before halftime. Put the Cavaliers back on the goal, on the board, that following that huge pass play to Wilson. This time Nutt and Wells back to field the kickoff. This will be Nutt at the 10, the 15. Now Nutt at the 20. Will be stopped at about the 23-yard line, and that's where quarterback Levi Williams in the Ranger offense will take over 1st and 10.
Well, there was a missed opportunity that last set of downs when the defense made a big stop by Trey Moore in the backfield and just giving up that big explosive play that put Wilson all the way down there in the red zone, and just, missed opportunities like that. Now the offense needs to respond. Hopefully they can put some points on the board.
2 receivers either side for quarterback Levi Williams on a 1st and 10. This time he looks far side and has a man at the 25-yard line. That is his receiver, I believe. Was that 10? Was that Franco that made that catch? Correction, it is Rivera. That was 13. So there we go. Our correction, Rivera is 15. Okay.
Yeah.
Guys are straightened out, and it'll be 2nd down for Smithson Valley as they send 2 receivers to the near side and a single receiver to the far side. Going back, that's Fratch in the backfield with quarterback Levi Williams. Here's Levi going to call his own number across the 25 before he'll be met there and driven back. Back defensively that time, Hunter Simo from his defensive end position for Lake Travis.
I think the linebackers right now, their strategy is to hold tight. They're not going with the flow, and they're just mirroring Levi Williams because they know that he's going to get half the time he's going to keep the football, and he's a leading rusher for the Rangers right now in this football game. So it's a good strategy if you're the linebackers, just hang back and just watch Williams because right now he's a little more reluctant to throw the football.
3 receivers near side on this 3rd and 6 from the 27-yard line. This time Williams will feel pressure and go down. Over to make the stop that time for Lake Travis. That would be Isaiah Wright.
For some reason, the blocking assignment broke down on the backside, and Isaiah Wright came in unblocked and was able to hit Levi Williams in the back. That's a huge loss, and now they're going to get decent field position.
Eves back to return the punt from Smithson Valley. This one off. And I think Eves going to stay away from it. And yes, penalty markers on the field.
It's going to be unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike, I was going to say, I think this one's going to be on the Rangers.
It'll be another 10 yards added on to that. It looked like number 49, Alfonso Valdez, came down and hit the receiver who was trying to field the football. I don't know if that's
I know he didn't call for a fair catch, but does he still have to give him a certain amount of yardage?
Yes.
Okay.
It looks like 15 yards on that.
That definitely a big one, and one the Rangers didn't need. Already down 10-0. Here with 8:54 left to go before halftime. Lake Travis will have the football 1st and 10 at the Smithson Valley 42-yard line.
Time for the defense to rise up again and make a big stop. Get the ball back in your offensive hands. Do something here on this series.
Here's the snap. Here's Card looking near side and has a man at the 35 down to around the 30-yard line. That is Kyle Eves who hauled that in.
They make it look pretty easy, don't they? Just a little pass and catch.
I tell you, enough to move the chain. The 32-yard line now. The Ranger 32 is where Lake Travis has the football on a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff going through the right side of that line. It's number 32, Weston Stevens. He's done a good job running the football for them thus far this first half.
Well, you throw wide, you throw outside, and you hit him with a little trap play with Stevens up the middle. But that time, Mac Tolzmanberger did a nice job stepping up in his middle linebacker position, making a good tackle.
Gain of 2 at 2nd and 8. Here's Card dropping back, looking in and out of the hands of Wilson. That could have been picked off, I tell you. I think Nutt was back there defensively.
Well, there's a flag down, Roland, and I think they're going to call offensive pass interference, like pushing off, that time by Garrett Wilson.
That's what the defense is indicating, is down there Coleman'sberger is pointing toward Lake Travis.
It sure looked like he had a good push off that time on Jalen Nutt.
And that is the situation.
And it looks like they're matching up Jalen Nutt with Garrett Wilson. And Nutt is a sophomore, and he's progressively gotten better every game, and they don't mind matching him up with a really good receiver.
Absolutely. 3rd and 13 this time. Here's Lake Travis. Here's Card calling his own number straight up the middle. He's going to be popped at about the 23-yard line. Big hit that time. Coleman'sberger coming over to make the stop for Smithson Valley, but that should move the chains and give the Cavaliers another 1st down.
Well, you just can't let the quarterback scramble up the middle for a 1st down when it was 1st down and 15.
It's giving up the big play. That's what's hurt the Rangers thus far this evening. The shift in the offense is 3 receivers will go out to the far side and a single receiver, that being Wilson, in on the near side for quarterback Hudson Card. Takes the snap. He's looking for Wilson all the way to the end zone. Nothing doing there. Good defensive coverage back there, and I believe that was Nutt on him.
Yeah, Jalen Nutt. He's man-to-man with Wilson and doing a good job so far. He's irritating Wilson, and that's what you have to do as a cornerback. Don't let him have anything easy or gimme, and be physical with him. But when the ball is in the air, make sure your hands are off and you're turning and looking for the football. 3
receivers far side on this 2nd and 10. This time, Card calls his own number. He gets out of pressure and takes the ball down inside the 5 to about the 4. Big run that time for the Lake Travis quarterback.
Well, that was all Card that time. He scrambled. He didn't see an open receiver. He scrambled and eluded a couple would-be tacklers. And that was all his athleticism getting down there on the close to the goal line.
Actually going to mark this on the Ranger 2 where it's 1st and goal, Lake Travis. Here's Carr this time. Man in motion far side, that's Eves. Handoff going straight ahead. That's Eves who took the handoff. He's going to get maybe pickup of 1. They'll move this to the 1-yard line. Be 2nd and goal, Lake Travis.
Yeah, I would look for Hudson Card just being his play right here, giving the option of either throwing the football or running the football.
Second and goal. Single receiver either side, and
call timeout.
We've got a timeout. Lake Travis. So with that one, we'll take this one. 6:54 left to go in the first half. Our score, Lake Travis 10, Smithson Valley nothing. This is Smithson Valley football, and this is the Rangers Network.
Let's go. Hurry up. Get the play in.
Okay, here we go. Left retainer. Headgear. No popcorn. Straight teeth.
That's a good call. Headgear? Straight teeth?
Yeah.
Good call. What's going on here? I thought I left you in charge. It was a good call.
It was a great call. It was a really good call.
Okay. Run the play.
$6:54 left to go before halftime. The Cavaliers on top of Smithson Valley 10-0. And they're looking for more right now as they're facing a 2nd and 1, or 2nd and goal, actually. Line of scrimmage is the Ranger 1.
Nothing fancy, nothing. It's what we thought was what we're gonna see with a Lake Travis Cavalier offense, and that's what we've been seeing so far this first half. And Card is the bell cow to it.
And there it is, Card, the keeper. He's into the end zone. And touchdown, Lake Travis.
Well, if there was any momentum that was on Smithson Valley's side, that got taken away pretty quick. And now it's solely back on the Cavalier side here with Lake Travis. The big plays are just killing them right now.
McCannon on to try the extra point. It's out of the hold of Cortland Denicio. The snap is down. The kick is up. And it's good. 6:49 left to go before halftime. Our score, Lake Travis 17, Smithson Valley nothing. We'll be back with more in a moment. This is Smithson Valley football. This is the Ranger Network.
When you're ready for a break, hurry in to Chicken Express. Let us do all the cooking for you. We always offer high-quality, affordable meals that the entire family will enjoy. Our chicken is never frozen and is hand-battered fresh so you can really taste the difference. You can expect fast and friendly service at Chicken Express, whether you dine in, drive through, or drive up. Hurry in and hurry back to Chicken Express.
Let's get this flipping started.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
2 teams, here's your $500, here's your time clock. Shop! You'll find great things that you can reinvent. We have to think outside the box.
I think this could really work.
It's really pretty. You got a deal?
Flea Market Flip, Sunday night at 8 on GAC.
Watch Great American Country, GVTC, Channel 162.
Following an effective offensive drive that time by Lake Travis, quarterback Hudson Card takes the ball over from the Smithson Valley 1 with 6:49 left to go here before halftime. The extra point good. Lake Travis on top 17-0. Here's the kickoff. This will go into the end zone and out of the back of the end zone. Smithson Valley will have the football 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Roland, so far it's been the big plays that's really hurt the Smithson Valley Rangers, and if it's not Hudson Carr scrambling and making up big first downs when you have him pinned in the backfield, it's Garrett Wilson running, passing catch for 70 yards and putting it first down on the 2-yard line. It's those big plays you have to eliminate. But what would help the team right now would have a little bit of offensive momentum, march down the field before the end of the first half, put some points on the board. So you go in at halftime with some momentum.
1st and 10, line of scrimmage, as we mentioned, the Ranger 25-yard line. Here's Williams. Here's the handoff to Fortone. Trying to find the corner. Does across the 30. He'll pick up about 6 before he's met there and driven back by that Cavalier defense. Over on the stop that time, we'll get that young man's number here momentarily.
Yeah, it's Trevino.
It is Trevino.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Cavalier defensive coaches probably made a little bit of a change when they realized how much Levi Williams is going to be running with the football, and they're staying at home more, and so these cutback plays aren't as effective.
Give Fortone a pickup of 7 on that play. Is this the 2nd down? That is Darlington Frash who carries the football about the 35-yard line. That'll move the chains and give the Rangers a first down.
Great block by Taylor Brooks and Copney on the right-hand side. It opened the way that time for Frash. That's just a simple handoff in the 4-hole. Just man-on-man blocking, gap block it, and great block up front by Brooks and Copney.
Franco checks into the game for Fort Tone on this first down as 3 receivers come to the near side. For quarterback Levi Williams. Williams looks near side, has a man at the 35, and hauling that in.
Chris Rivera.
Chris Rivera.
Nick Villarreal defending for the Cavaliers. A 2-yard pickup.
Give him a pickup of about 2 on that play. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 38.
Just a quick pass, but positive yardage that time, and maybe that's what it takes, just little by little.
Yep, little by little. Exactly. It looks like we're in 21 personnel back in, so it looks like they're going to run the football.
Gilliam and Wells go out to the far side. Here's the give for Tone across the 40, the 45-yard line. Fort Tone will have the first down. Nice running by the running back. It's over to make the stop that time. That was Ife Ohalete.
Well, that time, nice, very nice.
Thank you very much.
Very nice. The whole offensive line had a great push on the defensive line. And I'll tell you what, that play had something positive written since the very snap of it. So that was a good job of the whole offensive unit.
1st and 10, line of scrimmage is the Ranger 48. As the offense sends 2 receivers to the near side, a single receiver to the far side. Levi Williams takes the snap, gets out of trouble, gets across midfield and into Lake Travis territory at about the 47-yard line. Before he's met there, that's snatching something out of the jaws of almost a tragedy.
Yeah, number 40, Raleigh Irwin had him, a sophomore defensive tackle, had Williams in the backfield, but couldn't wrap him up. And, you know, Williams is 6'5", 250 pounds. He's a big, strong kid and did a nice job escaping that and picking up enough yards where it's 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and that was from a potential loss there. Isaiah Wright over to make the stop on that last play for Lake Travis. 4:10, clock continues to run here. 2nd and 4 for the Rangers. Here's the give coming near side. That's Fort Tone. This time he's going to be wrapped up and stopped for maybe about a gain of 1, depending on the mark.
Not much doing there by number 33, Caleb Winston, the defensive tackle for Lake Travis. Did a nice job getting through the gap and making a tackle in the backfield.
They're going to stop him for no gain as they're going to call this a 3rd and 4 from the 46-yard line. 2 receivers near side, single receiver to the far side. Now man in motion, that is Wells, and penalty markers fly.
That's funny, the line judge closest to us didn't even throw his flag. It was the line judge on the Smithson Valley side that threw the flag.
Well, we'll sort this out, see what the call is.
Waving it off.
They're waving it off. Maybe they heard you. So once again, we'll reset this. It'll be 3rd and 4. Line of scrimmage is the Lake Travis 46-yard line for Smithson Valley.
Reset the play clock, okay.
Big.
Go ahead.
Oh, Teachman checking out of the game, and back in is Austin Howell. It's 3rd and 4. It's Levi Williams calling his own number. He's going to be down awfully close to the first down.
I think he's got it. That was all Levi Williams, too. He's just picking his hole and trying to find a crease and make enough for the first down. Yeah, he has it.
Great run in that time. Tag Humble over to make the stop from his strong safety position for Lake Travis.
There will be a measurement.
Oh, so they're going to come on and bring the chain gang in from that 3rd down.
Well, I think we have a better view from it from our perspective, Roland. I think he has it.
Oh, and hats off. Hats off. What a perspective we do have up here this evening. Man, this is nice.
It is. It's a gorgeous stadium, by the way.
It really is.
Fans listening obviously can't see it, but there's not a track around the football field, so we're actually down close on the field and have an excellent view.
By a nose, it's a first down for Smithson Valley.
So we have good eyes up here.
Speak for yourself. Anyway, line of scrimmage is the 42-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rangers. This time Austin Howell checks out of the ball game. Rangers break huddle. 2 receivers to the far side. Single receiver near side. Here comes the man in motion. That's Wells. Takes the handoff. He's looking to pass, scrambling, feeling pressure, unloads it. And I believe he's got his man. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's Levi Williams making the catch.
It was one of those quarterback throwbacks, but the defense wasn't fooled that time.
No, the pressure was coming in that time, and Wells just bought enough time to unload it and find Levi Williams open for about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah. It looked ugly, but I tell you what, it's good for about 5 yards.
Yeah,
You'll take it.
That's it. You give him a pickup of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 39-yard line. Here's Levi. Here's the give. This is for Tone.
Nice.
Young man's a tough runner across the 35 down to around the 34-yard line. Before he will be met there, Nick Villarreal over to make the stop for Lake Travis. He's going to be awful close to another first down.
That's all for Tone, too, just working hard and bouncing off of would-be tacklers. 5'7", 180-pound junior, and he averages almost 7 yards per carry, so he knows how that, the point of run after contact is so important with a running back. What do you do after you hit contact? With Fortone, he's going to pick up 3 or 4 extra yards.
He's just bouncing off of people that time.
Yep.
Getting positive yardage. 2 receivers near side, single receiver far side. On a 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line, the fake to Frash. Here's Williams this time. Going to keep it across the 30, the 25, the 20, and ridden out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Good heads-up play that time by the Smithson Valley quarterback.
Wasn't a whole lot down there. Everything was basically a secondary sack if he was not going to scramble out of it. Had a lot of daylight on the right-hand side into the boundary and picked up a lot of yardage for the first down.
Once again, Villarreal running him out of bounds that time, but not until a big pickup that'll move the chains once again. They're marking it at the 18. Be 1st and 10 for Smithson Valley. 2 receivers far side, single receiver to the near side. Levi Williams keeping it once again across the 15, down inside the 10. Williams having success running that football this evening, and over to make the stop that time, that was Tag Humble from his strong safety position. And it'll be 1st down Rangers once again.
Yeah, they're spreading the formation out, and the linemen are taking bigger gaps, and it makes better alley potential for Levi Williams to fake it and run up the middle.
On this a 2nd and goal.
There you
Once
go.
again, there's Williams inside the 5 down to around the 4-yard line. As the clock, stopped right now with 48 seconds left to go. We're under a minute left to go in the first half. And, have we got some great halftime features coming up for you. We'll mention here in just a couple of minutes. Clock continues to run now. 42-40. 2 receivers to the near side. It's 3rd and goal this time. Smithson Valley. Here's Williams. He's going to keep it. Williams gets down to about the...
Yeah, he scored.
He's over. I thought they stopped him at the 1, but he actually got over. Touchdown Smithson Valley with 27 seconds left to go in the first half.
That is huge for the Ranger offense to come down, take momentum away from this sideline over here with the Cavaliers, and punching it into the end zone for 6 points. Huge.
So on to try the extra point. It's Mason Reed. Snap is down. The kick is up. It's good with 27 seconds left to go. This is what we talked about. Ball control, they did that. They ate a bunch of time off that clock, and not only that, that has to do something for the momentum, putting some points on the board.
Absolutely, and they got themselves ahead of the chains. They weren't 3rd and long where you have to change your play calling, and it makes it very risky. They were ahead of the chains, and they just marched down the field, running the football primarily, and running the football with the quarterback, Levi Williams. It was really effective.
Absolutely. Now, we were talking a few minutes ago. We're 27 seconds away from halftime, and we got some fun coming up here at halftime here on the Ranger Network. Senior moments with Emily. Emily's flawless when she interviews and does all this. Well, we're going to maybe show you the other side of that. Just a few little trips along the way, kind of like the play-by-play guy is doing tonight. It's something like that, but only better. Okay. We're also going to have a feature called Little Men. This is where Coach Geff Shin goes into pass routes. Kind of diagrams those a little bit. And then a nice feature on National Signing Day featuring 10 Smithson Valley athletes. You don't want to miss that. Stick around for halftime. That's 27 seconds away. Rangers on the board. We got a new ball game. 17-7. As the Rangers get set to kick this off. It's on the ground. This will be handled by one of the up men. I believe that's Villarreal, who falls on it at about the 29-yard line. And the second ticks off. The Lake Travis offense will come on the field once again.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go downfield deep. There's nothing conservative about this offense for Lake Travis, especially when you have the talent, the explosive talent in the backfield with Wilson and Card and Stevens. Oh, they're going to go and just settle for it.
Yeah, it looks like they're just they're in not necessarily victory formation, but looks like they're going to take a knee with 26 seconds left to go here before halftime. Here's the snap. There's Card.
Trick play.
Out to the far side, and yes, another big gainer. That's Kyle Leaves.
Yep.
Took the snap out across the 40 into Smithson Valley territory with 19 seconds left.
I just don't think that they have that type of mentality just to settle. They don't function that way. So a trick play in the victory formation, you'd have to expect something like that.
You were ready for that one. You were. 3 receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. 1st and 10 from the Smithson Valley 44-yard line. Here's Card taking the snap, feeling pressure.
Holding,
this
big
time. Runs out of the pocket and unloads it. I think he might have known it as he threw the ball away just to kill the play, and we'll check that penalty marker, I guess.
Well, I'll tell you what, Chad Wolf, the left tackle, just held on to Trey Moore big time.
Also, no penalty marker. They didn't catch it. Apparently. Okay, 2nd and 10, line of scrimmage is the 44-yard line with 3 receivers to the far side, a single receiver to the near side for quarterback Hudson Card. Dropping back once again, pressure coming. Card scrambling. He gets away and tries to unload. Doesn't have a man, as we've got 1 tick of the clock left to go before halftime. Underthrew his receiver. Good job by that Smithson Valley secondary, too.
Yeah, great pursuit that time by the by Hoback and also Trey Witcher, excuse me.
Trey Witcher, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, leads the team in quarterback sacks, and he was at yet another one.
Well, 1 second left. What do you think they're going to do here?
Take a knee. 3 receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. That's what I get for thinking, see. Okay, and the referee blows it dead.
We have timeout, Smithson Valley.
Timeout, Smithson Valley, as they tick that 1 second off the clock.
So there's 1 second left in this first half.
And there's one back on the clock.
And there's nothing conservative about, like Travis offense. And so, they've got some sort of wacky play that they can probably do in 1 second. Who knows?
That's true. But, you can't take those timeouts with you, so might as well, might as well talk it over. Not that 1 second is an eternity, but it could be effective, as you mentioned, the way the Cavaliers have worked their offense this evening. Getting out to a 7-0 lead at the end of the first quarter by a 7-yard touchdown run by Weston Stevens. Field goal followed, then a 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Hudson Card at the 6:49 mark of the second quarter. The extra point was good, 17-0, and the last score we saw Levi Williams take the ball over for Smithson Valley. Put some points on the board with seconds left to go.
Well, I guess a consolation prize would be, Lake Travis averages 44 points a game, and right now I think the Smithson Valley Rangers are way ahead of that curve.
3 receivers near side. Eves, the lone receiver to the far side for Card. This time takes the snap. Once again feeling pressure, and this time he just unloads it for the end zone on a wing and a prayer, hoping something will happen. And I think the ball falls away incomplete.
It does.
All right, and that's it. That's the end of the first half. Our score, Lake Travis 17, Smithson Valley 7. We'll be back with Ranger halftime and our features that we mentioned a little bit earlier. You're going to love them. Stick around with us. This is Smithson Valley Football, and this is the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal ISD, The Comal Independent School District is a fast-growing and innovative district with more than 23,000 students. Families are attracted to Comal ISD because of its family values, neighborhood schools, and safe environments. Come to Comal ISD. And Chicken Express, home of world-famous chicken tenders and legendary Chicken E sweet tea. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express. And Physicians Premier. Our conveniently located freestanding ERs are fully equipped and expertly staffed so you get the best care closest to home. At Physicians Premier, you'll find faster service, friendly doctors, and a comfortable level like no other. And Texas Regional Bank. Buying or building a home? We have construction and mortgage loans to help. For all your personal or business banking needs, Texas Regional Bank, the people you know. And Texas 46, a home-style hill country restaurant, has been in the Spring Branch community for over 30 years, where the focus is on a Lone Star favorite, slow-cooked barbecue. We can cater or host your next large event, too. Welcome to Texas 46.
Back with you now, Ranger halftime here in Lake Travis High School. The Lake Travis Cavaliers lead the Smithson Valley Rangers 17-7 at half. And right now, a special treat as we get to enjoy the fine sounds of the mighty Smithson Valley Ranger High School Band.
Next, the Ranger Band and Color Guard will perform a portion of their UIL marching show entitled Experiment 78070. The show will feature Also Sprach Zarathustra by Richard Strauss, Danse Macabre by Camille Saint-Saëns, and Luck Be a Lady by Frank Lozier. Please enjoy Experiment 78070.
Yes, indeed, the sounds of the mighty, mighty Smithson Valley Marching Ranger Band. We thank you so much for all you young men and women do to entertain us here at halftime and for all your different competitions throughout the year. We're going to go to break, and coming back, oh, you're going to love this. It's Senior Moments with Emily as we return here on Smithson Valley Football on the Ranger Network.
Smoky Mo's is great. You can feed a whole bunch of people on a little bit of money. It's perfect for Friday nights.
My boy's a football player, and this fills him up. The brisket is awesome.
I like brisket and sweet. Brisket. I can't say it.
They have the best turkey, brisket, sausage in all of Comal County.
I agree, and the kids love it too.
You're never going to play offensive line for the Rangers eating salad. Come get some beef.
Get your guns up!
Go Rangers! Your life is full of journeys. You're always on the go, dealing with ever-changing challenges. And there's a place where you always feel welcome and safe, a place you call home. But you can't be everywhere at once, or can you? Honeywell Total Connect keeps you connected to your home no matter where you are. Receive push notifications on your iOS device every time motion is captured or someone presses your Skybell video doorbell. You can now see, hear, and speak to your visitors all through the Honeywell Total Connect iOS app.
Hello, Becky.
Hi, Aunt Susan, I'm here.
Sure, I'll open the door for you.
You can use your smartphone to disarm the security system and unlock the door for your guests, while seeing, hearing, and speaking to your visitor all from one app on a single screen. Honeywell Total Connect helps to increase your home security, keeping you comfortable and always in control. Now you can focus on what truly matters. Enjoy the convenience you've never had before. Honeywell Total Connect grants you peace of mind so you'll never miss anything ever again. Picture the possibilities.
Join us on the Hill Country Mile in Bernie's historic downtown for an old-fashioned holiday kickoff with all the trimmings at the 19th Annual Dickens on Main celebration, Thanksgiving weekend, November 23rd and 24th. Bring friends and family to welcome the Christmas season with live music, theatrical performances, carriage rides, Santa visits, and more along snowy Main Street. Admission is free, and the memories last a lifetime. Visit dickensonmain.com for all the details.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Brant. Boys, it's this time of time. Bleh. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Brant. Hey, so Joey, I'm gonna start over. I messed it up. I don't know why, but put a hey in there. Ready? Go, 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 Rangers. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. This is a sort. This gets me angry.
This gets me furious. This gets very mad. Very quickly.
So he was talking about you. That's kind of dope. And I don't say dope much. Actually, I say it all the time. Have you ever seen a selfie of a T-Rex?
No, because their arms are too short.
I know, it's funny. You just get the chest. Have y'all seen the new Jurassic World?
No.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
How is it?
It was really interesting.
Yeah?
Like, because you're sitting there and it's just like, wow, this is happening. Oh, it switches up. Oh, it switches up. And all the dinosaurs are flying everywhere.
I haven't seen it yet, but I just watched the first 3 again, and like it stresses me out so bad. Like I'm like I feel awful the whole time I'm watching it. I'm like I can't even handle it.
Make me laugh.
Okay. Oh no, never mind. That's the mustache, and these are the chops. How did you know that? That's funny.
My mom loves saying those kinds of things.
She does? Well, we need to hang out then, because that's all funny.
Attitudes are contagious. Is yours worth catching?
That's a good one.
That's his favorite one. Stay on your highway.
I've got no talent. No, Will Gibbons had a talent for me. He could do that duck call thing. No way.
I say, what did I say?
Knees?
What did I say?
Alfonso's sweating it out over here. I'm saving him for last. Smiling with the big camera in 3, 2, 1. I'm not going to be able to do it. Okay, ready? Just totally normal. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So, Merrick, if you were going to... I can't do it!
It's hard looking through the teeth.
Okay, wipe it off. Okay, put it back on. I got it this time. I got it. Okay. Whew. So I'm back with some new guests, and I'd like them to introduce themselves. Wait, we'll do it. We'll start with you. Okay, ready? So, Mark, why can you not tell a joke while you're standing on ice?
Because you're like worried about falling.
Because the ice might crack up. If you crack up, you fall through. That'd be a thing. Okay, it was called Castaway, and it wasn't a coconut, it was a volleyball. So you were so original with a coconut idea.
You have to be thirsty and just crack it open. I'll buy that from you.
I'll buy it from you. I should have got Coach to sign some more from you. I could have made some money.
Oh, I thought
No, I was. That was good. You can answer it. Okay. There's no rules in here.
What's the bud of a flower?
What?
What's the bud of a flower?
I don't know. That's the little baby bud before it opens. It's a bud before it opens.
Oh, okay.
So, like, bud, like, what's up, bud?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Y'all need to see Dr. Ferris.
That needs to be in the commercial.
Coach? Oh, wait. Sorry. I'm going to say, Coach Brandt, back to you.
We've got spirit? Yeah, we do. Fill up your tank and support the Rangers, too. When you get gas, look for the Rangers Spirit Pump because Pit Stop and Fishers are donating a percentage of sales from that pump to the Smithson Valley Athletic Booster to support our student athletes. Get gas here and fill up the Booster Club's bank. Here's where you can find your spirit pumps. When you see it, pull up and fill up, Rangers.
Okay, take a look here. You know, these pearly whites, they're just not right. So you got this guy here, and boom, you move it over here. And don't forget this guy here. You shove it over here. After Ferris Orthodontics get a hold of these teeth, bam! It's like magic for your teeth. So the thing is, when teeth are lined up, you get a good smile. And it was Ferris Orthodontics that did that right there.
We are watching stars being born.
The X Factor UK is back on Access TV Sunday and Monday nights.
If you bank at Frost, we'll help keep your money safe. If you use your Frost debit card, the chip will make it more secure. If there's a suspicious transaction on your card, you'll get an alert. If you do, you can freeze your card with the Frost app. If you lose your phone, Touch ID login will help keep the app secure. Of course, if all you need is help from people who care, we've got that too.
Back with you now on the campus of Lake Travis High School here in Austin, where our halftime score is the Lake Travis Cavaliers on top of the Smithson Valley Rangers by a score of 17-7. You know, here recently it was National Signing Day, and 10 Smithson Valley athletes signed letters of intent. Let's take a look at how that went.
Today is a huge day for these 10 athletes. They've put in tons of time and spent lots of hours in whatever their venue is for their sport. We're incredibly proud of them. We're proud of them at the school. They're good members of our community, and I'm proud of where they're at today. They've accomplished a huge goal that many athletes set for themselves, and these 10 athletes today have been able to accomplish that goal, and I think they deserve a round of applause for that. So to start right here with our cross-country and track program, we have Ariana Gonzalez going to North Texas.
It means the world to me. It just shows how much I've worked hard and how that hard work has paid off. I didn't think I was going to be here looking into my freshman year, so I think it's a big accomplishment for me to be running D1.
Also with our cross country and track program, we have Mason Garner also going to North Texas.
I hope to bring some new talent and another hard worker ready to beat some big teams. Go Mean Green and then caw!
With our softball program, we have Presley Smith going to A&M Kingsville.
It means so much to me knowing that the coaches from my school that I'm going to believe that I'm able to play at that next level. Smithson Valley softball, I think it's definitely the coaches, Mr. and Mrs. Daigle. They teach everything about softball because they've been around it for so long. And so knowing that they know what they're talking about and they've helped me develop as a person and just a player in general.
Also with our softball program, we have Carissa Vasquez going to Stephen F. Austin.
I mean, growing up, I've always been able to play at the next level, and I think it means more than anything, because this is all I've worked for, and it's finally here, and I'm just so excited. So it means everything.
From our volleyball program, we have Lauren Domel going to Stetson University.
I'm just really excited to have been blessed with the opportunity. I know my coaches have really pushed me through the years, and that's definitely what's allowed me to be here. And I think it's just really exciting.
Also with our volleyball program, we have Tara McLeod going to St. Mary's.
It means a lot to me because throughout my younger years, my parents and other coaches in sports have always told you do your best, give 110%, and when you do that, you see that you are able to achieve greater goals.
From our tennis program, we have Colton Stevens going to Sul Ross University.
It means a lot. I've been working really hard trying to get to this level, not playing for as long, but I'm happy to finally get here.
From our swimming program, we have Connor Klimzik going to the University of Virginia.
Honestly, I just feel like it's a big accomplishment, and I've been really goal-oriented this entire time, and so I've set these goals to reach the collegiate level, and after I achieve them, I'm excited to continue and better myself as an athlete.
Also from our swimming program, we have Mackenzie Hamlet going to Pepperdine University.
I'm really happy to be able to go on and swim in college and really move forwards with the sport and hopefully drop a lot of time.
Also from swimming, Sean Besh going to Rollins College.
It's a huge accomplishment for me personally. I mean, it just really shows dedication for me, and it's been a challenge all the way through, and so it's finally that challenge paying off.
Again, lots of time and effort put in by these 10 athletes. I think it is a true testament to your work ethic, your determination, all those things that we hope that our student athletes acquire through the years of being in competitive sports. Again, one more round of applause for these 10 kids and their families.
Our family at Summer Hill Dental is part of the community, and we've either been Rangers, are Rangers, or soon will be. Dr. Matt Bayless and Summer Hill Dental have been taking care of Ranger smiles for over a decade because we are your Smithson Valley dentist.
When you're ready for a break, hurry in to Chicken Express. Let us do all the cooking for you. We always offer high-quality, affordable meals that the entire family will enjoy. Our chicken is never frozen and it's hand-battered fresh so you can really taste the difference. You can expect fast and friendly service at Chicken Express, whether you dine in, drive through, or drive up. Hurry in and hurry back to Chicken Express.
Back with you now live at Lake Travis High School. Geoff Gandy along with yours truly, Roland J. Ruiz, as we're getting set for the second half of tonight's contest. The Lake Travis Cavaliers on top of Smithson Valley 17-7. And Coach Gandy, you're in the locker room. The adjustments you need to make.
Well, I don't know if you make huge adjustments. I think you just basically sharpen up what you're doing. In other words, you have to eliminate the big explosive plays. Two in particular, one to Garrett Wilson, and of course Hudson Carr scrambling out from a possible sack and making huge yardage to keep a drive going at the end of getting the end zone for that last touchdown. Big plays of which hurt the Rangers so far this first half. But you look at flip side, offensively, they kind of found out what they need to do to be successful, and that is just ground and pound the football. Man-to-man blocking, do the things that they do very well and just keep doing it. Because as you saw when Smithson Valley was moving the football, it was real effective.
You've been in the situation before. What's it like? I mean, how important, really? I mean, granted, there's athletic ability and all this other that you see in numbers. How important in the grand scheme of things is momentum?
It's huge. I mean, football, like any sport, is an emotional game, and you've got to keep that into account. And you're dealing with 16, 17, 18-year-old kids that emotions go up and down, and particularly as you're trying to develop these young athletes, student athletes, to realize that you're in a typical football game, particularly in the playoffs here in high school football, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have diversity you're going to have to overcome. And that's natural in the game, in the flow of the game. So with that, you've got to realize, what am I going to do to help my brother out? And what are we going to do collectively to make something better and to make something happen? And it's all about doing it, just doing it, getting it done. It really is.
And that's where we are. As a matter of fact, I do believe that it may be safe to say that the Rangers took momentum into the halftime locker room. They scored just before the end of the first half on that Levi Williams run. By the way, just to recap briefly, it was 7-0 at the end of the first quarter, where at 9:07 of the first quarter, Weston Stevens took the ball over from 7 yards out as the Smithson Valley Rangers run on the field, getting set for the second half. A field goal in the second quarter by Lake Travis went up to score to 10-0. Then a little bit later, Card with a 1-yard touchdown run. That is the quarterback, Hudson Card. 17-0 Lake Travis at that point. And then, as we mentioned, a momentum shifted as Smithson Valley was able to move the football. And that was a pretty methodical, time-consuming drive.
It really was. It was just basically Levi Williams left, Levi Williams right. But then he was giving it to Frash, and he was giving it to Fortone as well, mixing it up a little bit, running outside, running inside. A couple passes sprinkled in there here and there just to keep the defense honest. And you know, that's kind of the formula I think that they're going to have to do the second half too. And then when you get that mismatch or that opportunity that the defense is going to give you something big, you got to go for it and take it.
Well, Lake Travis will get the football to start the second half. Kyle Eves is back there to return the kickoff.
Well, this is going to be really, really big for the Rangers as well. How are they going to come out and respond on this opening drive of the second half? Defensively, they've played fairly well except for the 2 breakdowns and 2 big plays. So the defense has played well and solid. They need to continue to do that and just keep Card within check and keep Wilson in check and keep Stevens in check. Easy for me to say it, I know, but that's all they have to do, right?
That is simple enough, huh?
Yeah.
And the kick is in the air. It's underway. Eves is going to let this go into the end zone, and Lake Travis will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We'll probably see Lake Travis come out in the same standard formation, 10 personnel, 1 running back, 4 wide receivers. Let Hudson Card just kind of do his thing, run the RPO offense that they do run. Real effective. They like to throw the football 2-to-1 versus run the football. And so far he's been pretty accurate.
So there's 2 receivers out to the far side and a single receiver to the near side for quarterback Hudson Card on his 1st and 10 from his own 25-yard line. This time it's Card with the keeper trying to make something happen. He'll get up around the 30 and he'll be driven out of bounds there. Jalen Nutt runs him out at about the 30-yard line, but give him a pickup of 5.
Yeah, he picked up 5 out of nothing, really, and that's purely his athletic ability. And we see why he's being highly recruited. And, well, he committed to the University of Texas. He's a heck of a looking athlete.
Actually marking it as a pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Here is Card. This time a quick out, incomplete. It's intended for Cortland Denicio, just out of his reach.
Well, that's the first bad pass we've seen him throw tonight. He just basically missed Decenio on the outside.
So 2 receivers to the far side and a single receiver to the near side on his 3rd and 4 for quarterback Hudson Card. Got a lone back in the backfield with him as he calls for the football, dropping back, looking downfield, pressure coming. Card gets out of it, and he's going to pick up the first down and a little bit more as he scrambles to safety at about the 44-yard line before he'll be met there and dropped and in on that play for Smithson Valley.
That was Richard back there.
That certainly was. A little help, I believe, from Mason Livingston as well on this 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. 2 receivers to the far side and 2 to the near side for quarterback Hudson Card. Takes the snap, makes a handoff. Here he goes rolling out, feeling pressure, unloading. This time just gets rid of it. He was hearing footsteps coming from the middle linebacker, Matt Coleman'sberger.
Well, he didn't. His receiver, he was looking for Garrett Wilson on an out route, and he was covered very well that time by Romano. So good play that time by the secondary of the Rangers. And, again, like you mentioned, he had pressure from Coleman'sberger, so he had to just dump the ball, get rid of the football.
2 receivers either side on this 2nd and 10. Line of scrimmage is their own 44-yard line. Here's Carr dropping back. This time, are they saying? No, they're saying just out of the reach as it fell away. Lake McCree couldn't come up with the football. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10 now for the Lake Travis offense.
Big down here, big down. If you can hold them to a punt, this would be huge for the Rangers.
Peyton Janicek checks into the football game.
Empty backfield.
He'll go flanked out to the far side. As a matter of fact, trips to the far side and 2 receivers near side. On this 3rd and 10, you can almost bet on a passing play. Here's Carr dropping back, looks across the middle, has a man at the 45, the 40-yard line. That is Wilson picking up positive yardage to about the 42-yard line before he'll be met there. Will Gibbons in on the stop for the Rangers, and that'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, it trips to the wide side like you mentioned, and Wilson just did a dig route and just – Carr was waiting for him to clear the linebackers and delivered a bullet pass, and it was a good passing catch for Wilson for 1st down.
From the Ranger 31, it's 1st and 10, Lake Travis. 2 receivers far side, single receiver near side. Card, play action, he's rolling out.
Wide open.
Looking for his man, has him at about the, well, he caught it in about the 2. They say it's incomplete.
Yeah, it's incomplete.
That one, I believe, yes, that was intended for Kyle Eves, who was on the far side of the field. But as you were mentioning, he was open.
He was open. It was a double route. It was kind of an out and up. And he was open. He had 5 yards on the defender, and I think Carr just kind of really missed through it that time.
Eves and Jeremiah Patterson go flanked out to the far side on this 2nd down. Here's the give. This is Stevens. Bangs his way inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line before he'll be met there.
Well, it's a good job that time by Trey Moore to force Stevens inside. Zoig just had to get off the block to make the tackle and wasn't able to get there.
Trips to the far side, single receiver near side. It is 3rd and 4. Line of scrimmage is the 25-yard line for quarterback Hudson Carr. Now here's Eves coming in motion, lining up in the slide. Here's a pass. This one caught, knocked out of bounds. Big hit that time. As coming over to put the pop on him was Jalen Nutt. That was just in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Weston Stevens.
That was a heck of a play by Jalen Nutt, the sophomore, coming up and laying the wood on Stevens. It was perfectly timed, too. Stevens had his hands on the ball and was just getting ready to turn when Jalen Nutt just hit him right in the chest and dislodged him with the football.
You want to talk big plays. Here we go, 4th and 4. Line of scrimmage is the Ranger 25-yard line, and the Cavaliers will like to go for it. Once again, trips to the far side, 2 receivers to the near side, no back in the backfield. Here's Card dropping back. Card looking, has a man at the 20, the 15. Ridden out of bounds at about the 9-yard line is the wide receiver, Cortland Denisio.
That's just too easy. Denisio just got lost in the shuffle. The linebackers, both Zoig and Coleman'sberger, just lost him. And he was wide open for the 1st down.
It's 1st down, goal to goal. Line of scrimmage is the 8-yard line. Quarterback Card. Here's the give. Here's Stevens to about the 5 before he'll be met there and dropped. In on the stop. That's Coleman'sberger. He'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage is the 5-yard line.
Plays coming in from the sidelines, and now Card looks like he's changing it. Look for him to keep it.
So he comes on a 2nd and goal. Here's Card dropping back, looking near side, has Wilson. This time he comes up with it, and it'll be a touchdown for Lake Travis.
Well, Wilson, all he did was out-jump Jalen Nutt. He looks like he's probably about half a foot taller than Jalen Nutt. And that time he just went up a little bit higher, was able to get the pass. That's just that back shoulder pass that you do in the end zone from Card to Wilson.
9:16 left to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Lake Travis Cavaliers on the scoreboard once again as Hayes McCannon on to try the extra point. This out of the hold of Cortland Denisio. Snap is down, the kick is up. And with 9:16 left to go in the third quarter, it is good. Our score, Lake Travis 24, Smithson Valley 7. We'll be back with more in a moment. This is Smithson Valley football, and this is the Ranger Network.
Snoring, sleep apnea, teeth grinding, daytime tiredness. It's time to solve the problem. Dr. Matt Bayless and Summerhill Dental are right here in the Spring Branch Bulverde community and can help you stop snoring without the use of loud, uncomfortable machines. Summerhill Dental is your partner in getting a better night's sleep tonight. Our appliances are a proven solution to stop snoring and sleep apnea. No CPAP, no surgery. Log on to summerhilldental.com or call Dr. Bayless today.
Now at Lake Travis following a Cavalier touchdown. Here's the kickoff. This is handled.
Rivera.
That is Rivera taking the ball up across the 25 to about the 30-yard line.
I'm sorry,
As
Ethan
he
Sill.
returns it well, that was Ethan Sill, number 11. Correct. So now the Smithson Valley Rangers will have the football 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage is their own 30.
Well, let's see how the offense for the Smithson Valley Rangers can respond to this quick score by the Cavaliers opening up the second half.
Well, Smithson Valley will send 3 receivers out to the far side. Williams, here's the give. This is Frash. Across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Hard running before Hunter Simo makes the stop on him. That'll be 2nd and 8 now. Line of scrimmage is the 32-yard line. That is the Ranger 32.
Not much of a push that time by the offensive line, and the defense by the Cavaliers were able to snuff out Frash for only a 2-yard gain.
2nd and 8. This time the give for Tone. Gets a couple of tough yards before he's met there. Caleb Winston in on the stop for the Cavaliers, and it'll be 3rd and call it about 7.
Well, you don't want to be in these 3rd and long situations against this defense because they will come after you off the edge. And right now, Smithson Valley finds themselves in a predicament, really.
So 2 receivers out to the far side and a single receiver to the near side on this 3rd and 7. Here's Williams taking the snap, trying to buy time to get somebody open. He's scrambling. This time passes the football, hoping to find an open receiver in Mark Franco. Nothing doing there. That'll bring up a 4th down for Smithson Valley.
Well, just what you didn't want to happen is go 3 and out with your offense, but they just couldn't get anything generated on 1st and 2nd down. And right now, I know that they're probably thinking we need to run the football, but that 1st down, if you can loosen up the defense with a short pass, a quick pass, I think you may have a little more success in doing that.
And
move the chains a little bit, make it easier for you.
Eves back to field the Smithson Valley punt.
Good punt.
Jeremiah Gilliam punting that thing away, and here's Eves at the 30. Eves tries to cut it to the outside. Good special team play. Hunter Simo that time with the stop, or correction. That is Austin Howell that time with the stop for Smithson Valley. It'll be 1st down for Lake Travis.
Well, let's see what the defense can do now. That'd be real important if they can somehow come in here and stop them. Right now, I mean, you're looking at a team that's averaging 4 to 4 points a game. The defense has done pretty well, but it'd be really nice if they could come up with a 3 and out at this point in the ball game.
2 receivers near side, single receiver to the far side. 1st and 10, line of scrimmage, the 32-yard line.
That was a really good tackle that time by McElroy.
That was Sean Brown Nixon with the carry that time. It's the first time we've seen him carry the ball from his running back position. Give him a pickup of 1. Move it to the 33. It'll be 2nd and 9 as Brown Nixon now comes out of the ball game. Send 2 receivers, check that, 3 receivers to the far side and a single receiver to the near side on this 2nd and 9. Card calls for the football. The snap across the middle, pass complete. at about the 43-yard line. It's Patterson coming up with that. Jeremiah Patterson. That'll move the chains and give the Chaparrals a first down.
Patterson that time had inside position on Colin Betsy, the corner, and so it was an easy passing catch for 15 yards right across the middle.
Patterson and Denisio line up on the far side. Wilson to the near side on the 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 44-yard line. Here's Card. Changing things up a bit. Calls for the football. This time rolls, buys time, unloads, has a man at the 30-yard line, the 20, the 10, and into the end zone goes Lake McCree for another Lake Travis touchdown.
Man, that's just a really good-looking play. Well executed that time where the defense comes up on the flow of a quick pitch, and Card just fakes the quick pitch and hits Lake McCree, the tight end that was flexed out on a vertical route right along the sidelines. He's wide open, was able to run into the end zone.
So the Cavaliers on the board once again, and on to try the extra point is Hayes McCannon. Kick is good. 6:32 left to go, third quarter, and Lake Travis has opened this up 31-7 on top of the Smithson Valley Rangers. We'll be back with more in just a moment. Smithson Valley football. This is the Ranger Network.
Come on in.
Hey, Coach. I'm here to try out for the Rangers mascot. I mean, what's better than the guy who Smithson Valley was named after?
Don't you mean Benjamin Smithson? You're Benjamin Franklin.
Smithson? Oh, that makes sense.
He was instrumental in founding this area in 1856. He was one of the first Rangers.
The first Ranger. What position did he play for you, Coach?
He was a Texas Ranger, a Western lawman.
I get it now. I like where this is headed. Be right back. Hey, Coach, how about another perfectly executed shameless plug while I'm gone?
If you need video production work, there's no finer organization than WIC Productions. It's who we trust for Rangers Network and game night scoreboard production at Ranger Stadium.
Well?
Oh, you nailed it.
Rangers we will be!
Ethan Sill with the kickoff return following the Lake Travis touchdown. Sill takes the ball to about the 29-yard line. Boys met there. Caleb Hoffman in on special teams stop for Lake Travis. About a 50-yard touchdown pass we just saw to Lake McCree from quarterback Hudson Card. The extra point good. 31-7 now Lake Travis leads Smithson Valley. Rangers have to get something going here. Two receivers to the far side for quarterback Levi Williams. Here's the give. This is Darlington Frash this time trying to bust out over the 30 down to about the 34-yard line.
Looks like Nathan Machiguma's coming up a little bit gimpy. He was the lead blocker that time for Frash, coming off the right out the edge there. Did a nice job of moving his men back about 4 yards.
They're giving Frash a pickup of 5 as two receivers go to the far side and a single receiver to the near side on this 2nd and 5. Here's Williams, the keeper this time, as he gets across the 35 down to around the 37-yard line. For he's tripped up there. Raleigh Irwin that time in on the stop for Lake Travis. Also a little help from Nick Villarreal. That'll bring up a third and call it about 3.
He got to pick this up. 3rd and short, you have to pick this up in your side of the field right now in this ball game.
Gilliam comes flanked to the near side. Wells to the far side.
Coming.
Actually calling it 3rd and 2 as Levi Williams changes things up at the line of scrimmage.
Blitz.
Faking the handoff. This is Williams, the keeper. He'll have the first down at about the 40-yard line. About a yard to spare. Good change of play that time as the Rangers move the football. Matthew Peterman over to make the stop from his defensive end position. And
that was a good call actually by Levi Williams. I guess he saw that the linebackers of Villarreal were going to blitz, and actually he ran the football right where the blitzing linebacker was. There's that hole, that gap that becomes available. It was wide open.
This time Williams feeling pressure, unloads, tries to find Wells at about the 45-yard line. Just overthrew his target. Aiden Nava back defensively for Lake Travis. 4:39 here in the third quarter. Lake Travis on top of Smithson Valley 31-7, and the Rangers moving the football right now. Their line of scrimmage is their own 40-yard line, where it'll be a 2nd and 10.
Austin Howell, 44, the tight ends in the ball game. Usually when he's in the ball game, they want to run the football, but it looks like now in the formation he's flexed out in this slot. So we'll see what they do.
It is 2nd down. Here's the give. This trying Fort Tone with the carry. He's over to make the stop. That was Raleigh Irwin once again.
Another 3rd and long. This is going to be tough, but they got to pick this up. They can't get the ball back over to Lake Travis at this point.
3rd and long, as we mentioned, 3rd and 8. Checking into the ball game for Smithson Valley. We'll get that momentarily. Correction. On this 3rd and 8, here's Williams taking the snap. Williams rolling out of pressure.
Run it.
He decides to keep it, crosses midfield. He'll have a 1st down for Smithson Valley. That time, Mauricio Trevino ran him out of bounds for the Cavaliers. Should move the chains and give the Rangers a 1st down.
You needed that big time. Put the ball back on the Lake Travis side of the football field. Get something momentum. Get a little rhythm going offensively. Seeing what's working. Start exploiting the defense. And again, the first half, Roland, you remember when they kept running the football, pounding the football, and the defense got tired.
1st down from the 49-yard line. Williams once again calls his own number, gets out to around the 45-yard line before Trevino trips him up. So help from Caleb Winston coming over to make the stop. It'll be 2nd down after a pickup of about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, if it wasn't for Trevino, I think Williams might have been running to pay dirt because that thing was wide open on the right-hand side.
2 receivers out to the near side for Smithson Valley and a single receiver to the far side. 2 backs in the backfield with Williams. Here's the give for Tone. This trying getting wrapped up at about the 39-yard line after some tough running. Getting up off the bottom of that pile is Tag Humble from his strong safety position.
Fortone running that sweep, that halfback sweep to the right. All the motion of the play goes right, and he's wanting to cut back left. Unfortunately, that time the backside end was there waiting for it. Fortone made a few yards out of it, but now it's 3rd and short. Big play.
3rd and 2. Here's Williams. He wants to call his own number once again. Bangs out across the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. That'll be enough for a Smithson Valley 1st down. Mauricio Trevino on the stop that time for Lake Travis. 2:33, clock continues to run. Time of the essence if the Rangers are gonna get back into this one, and it is doable. 2 receivers near side, single receiver far side. Levi Williams looking over to the sideline for instructions. Here's the snap. Williams dropping back. Nice pass this time, but overthrows his receiver.
Pass is incomplete.
I believe that was intended for Eric Tietzman on the far side of the field.
It looked like Tietzman had a couple steps on the corner. Levi just kind of overthrew him at that point. If he can connect with one big explosive pass play, that'd really loosen up that secondary, and then it'll open up for the running play.
2 receivers near side and a single receiver on the far side. Here's a handoff straight up the middle. And I believe that's Fortone with the carry.
That's Williams.
Or correction, that was Williams. Williams with the keeper. I saw the 3, I didn't see the 1. Williams with the keeper that time. Bangs out across the 35 to around the 33-yard line. And it'll be 3rd, calling about 6 for Smithson Valley. 2 receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Williams. The give. This is Fortone. Now across the 30. Gets down to about the 25. Football on the ground, and it goes out of bounds. Caught about the 27-yard line as Teachman was over there trying to get his hands on it and just drove it out of bounds.
Well, lucky it did go out of bounds because that was a live ball on the carpet, and fortunately that wasn't a turnover during that time, but it was enough to go for a first down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it.
Move the football. 26-yard line is the line of scrimmage. This time Jeremiah Gilliam comes out to the near side. Two receivers to the far side. Levi Williams unloads this one. Has Gilliam inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line. Big catch that time. He's back defensively. Hunter Henry stopped him from going into the end zone.
That's what the Smithson Valley coaches call a jack pass, where Levi Williams throws it on the back shoulder, where the receiver, this time Gilliam, has to stop and turn back outside. The defender has no way of getting to the football. It was well executed that time.
First and goal, Rangers line of scrimmage is the Lake Travis 3-yard line. Man in motion, the give. This is Fratch getting into the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers.
All Fratch bouncing off would-be tacklers, not going down on first or second contact. Scooting his way in the end zone. Good job.
Darlington Fratch from 3 yards out takes the ball in. 43 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Our score now, Cavaliers 31 and the Smithson Valley Rangers 13, holding on for the extra point. This off the foot of Mason Reed. The snap. Kick is good. And our score now, Lake Travis 31, Smithson Valley 14. Back with more in just a moment. Smithson Valley football right here on the Rangers Network.
Since I've had GVTC installed in my office, I've been able to get a lot more done. With fiber speeds up to a gig a second, I can turn in all my schoolwork on time, keep up on social media, and watch game film with no interruptions.
Whoa, we haven't even played that game yet.
Yeah, it's that fast.
Enjoy uninterrupted entertainment with your favorite apps through our professionally installed GVTC Wi-Fi home network. Log on to gvtc.com to sign up today.
If you bank at Frost, we'll help keep your money safe. If you use your Frost debit card, the chip will make it more secure. If there's a suspicious transaction on your card, you'll get an alert. If you do, you can freeze your card with the Frost app. If you lose your phone, Touch ID login will help keep the app secure. Of course, if all you need is help from people who care, we've got that too.
Well, the Smithson Valley Rangers on the board with 43 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Darlington Frash took the ball over from the 3. Extra point is good by Mason Reed, and it's 34-14 as the Rangers get a little bit closer. Here's the kickoff.
Pooch kick.
It is, this one will go out of bounds at about the, call it the 12.
Well, it'll be added because it went out of bounds.
Right.
They were hoping that one of the receivers for Lake Travis would try to bobble it, try to pick it up and bobble it. That's when you hit them and it becomes a fumble. In fact, the Smithson Valley tried this twice earlier in the year successfully, and so it's a very effective play.
Yeah, it looked like one of the defenders or one of the special teams players for Lake Travis was going for it, so.
Offside, Smithson Valley declined, and it was kicked out of bounds. That will be accepted, so yardage was added to where it went out of bounds. This is the opportunity we talk about, turnover. I know Smithson Valley has been notorious of being opportunistic and getting turnovers. This year it hasn't been that way, but this would be a golden opportunity they could pick something up.
Pass on the far side complete. That's Wilson at the 40, driven out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Sill from his defensive back position, taking him out of bounds at the 44. It'll be 1st and 10 Lake Travis. Once again, Wilson lines up to the far side, 2 receivers near side for quarterback Hudson Card. Takes the snap. Card this time the handoff. I believe that's Stevens. We'll have to check his number, but bangs out to about the 45 that time.
That's Sean Brown-Nixon, number 3.
See, there you go. I saw the 3, and I was looking for the 2.
No,
that's what happened.
I do the same thing. Sometimes it's difficult to see it.
2nd and 10, and no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Looks like the clock may run out here in the 3rd quarter. And that is the case. At the end of 3, our score, Lake Travis 31, Smithson Valley 14. Back with 4th quarter action in just a moment. This is Smithson Valley football. This is the Rangers Network.
Oh, look at that! It's starting to feel like a mega pick. I'm loving this place already. You're digging, you're going through the layers. This is American history, and it's for sale. I'll take it.
Watch History Channel, GVTC, Channel 557.
Principal Wall, do I need to make an appointment with you at Dr. Bayless at Snoring Solutions so you can get a better night's sleep?
Yes.
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 Dr. Bayless and Snoring Solutions can help you get a good night's sleep without the use of CPAP machines or surgery. Visit Snoring Solutions today.
Geoff Gandy and Roland J. Ruiz back with you here on the campus of Lake Travis High School as the Cavaliers hold on to a 31-14 lead over Smithson Valley. It's 2nd and 10. Line of scrimmage is their own 44-yard line. Quarterback Hudson Card unloads, has Wilson across the 40 down to around the 30, I call it the 37 in Smithson Valley territory. Another big pass and catch from Card to Wilson.
Again, that dig route, and that time what Wilson does is just settle between the 2 middle linebackers, and he's just waiting for Card to deliver the pass, and that's all they're doing. It's big for big gains and first downs.
From the Ranger 37, it's 1st and 10. This time Card decides to call his own number at the 35, the 30 before he'll be dragged down there. Jacob Nutt once again with the stop, or Jalen Nutt, correction, with the stop for Smithson Valley.
We can see the momentum and their timing in this up-tempo offense is pretty impressive.
Pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
First down.
As I believe, yes, indeed. On the keeper, that was another 1-yard gain. It's first down, be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for Hudson Card and the Lake Travis Cavaliers. As we mentioned, 1 loss on the year for the Lake Travis guys. Lost to Westlake back on the 12th of October. 1st and 10 from the 25. That is the Smithson Valley 25. Low snap. Card pulls it down. Looks end zone. Has a man. That time that was a big catch. Kyle Eves hauling that in. There'll be a touchdown for the Lake Travis Cavaliers.
That was just beautifully executed. I mean, Card just sat back there, waited for Eves to make his break on the vertical, delivered a perfect pass in the end zone. You just have to give him credit. Well executed.
Hayes McKinnon on to try the extra point. And with 10:41 left to go in the ball game, Lake Travis has opened up a 38-14 lead over the Smithson Valley Rangers, and we'll be back with more in a moment. This is Smithson Valley football. This is the Rangers Network.
It's game day, and Sage Capital Bank is ready for Ranger football. We're right down the road from Ranger Stadium and Smithson Valley proud. Get your guns up and go Rangers!
Okay, take a look here. You know, these pearly whites, they're just not right. So you got this guy here, and boom, you move it over here. And don't forget this guy here. You shove it over here. After Ferris Orthodontics get a hold of these teeth, bam! It's like magic for your teeth. So the thing is, when teeth are lined up, you know, you get a good smile. And it was Ferris Orthodontics that did that right there.
Well, following a 35-yard touchdown pass to Kyle Eves, the extra point good. Lake Travis has opened up a 38-14 lead now over the Smithson Valley Rangers.
You know, Roland, just a little bit of facts about Lake Travis and their home stadium here. The last time they lost here at home, Lake Travis, was against Judson back in August 26, 2016.
Wow.
That's been a while.
Yeah, just a little while. Here's a return. This is Sill across the 25 down to around the 27-yard line. That's where the Ranger offense will go to work, 1st and 10. Levi Williams gone all the way at quarterback this evening for Smithson Valley. Good, solid performance.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're doing what they do best, and that's what brought them here to the playoffs, is just that consistent running the football, Levi Williams being the workhorse, and moving the football, and they've been successful.
And as we mentioned, Williams there with the keeper. From the 27, he'll get near the 30-yard line before he'll be met there and dropped. Caleb Winston on the stop that time for Lake Travis. They're going to give him a pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 Rangers. Ball will be marked at the 30.
It's really difficult if you're calling offensive plays, knowing that you can't throw the football effectively, and you have to run quarterback runs a lot to be successful.
3 receivers near side. Here's the give. And I believe that was Fortone, or was that Frash? That was Frash, 26 with a carry. Couple of tough yards.
That's 3rd and short. They can pick this up.
They're going to call this a 3rd. Now calling about 3rd and looks like 7. Good hard running tonight by Frash and Fortone.
I'll tell you, all 3 of the running backs for Smithson Valley, Fortone, Franco, and Frash, have run hard. They've been hit at the line of scrimmage and still picking up positive yardage.
3rd down. Speaking of Fortone, there he is, and he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets across 35 down to around the 37. It depends on the mark.
It was about a yard short.
Yeah, about a yard shy, yeah.
That's a long yard, too. This is an easy decision. You have to go for it. You can't put your defense back out there right now.
Yeah, got to go for it down 38-14. Here we go. Levi Williams calling for the football. He'll decide to keep it himself, and he's going to be stopped shy of a 1st down. As that time that Cavalier defense just clogged up the middle. Nothing doing there. Derek Johnson over to make the stop that time.
Yeah. That's just the front 4 of the Cavalier defense just stepping up and plugging up all the holes and not giving Levi Williams any room to run. Linebackers were free to scrape into the holes and the gaps and make the stick and turn the ball over on downs.
So 8:44 left to go in the ball game. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lake Travis Cavaliers. They'll have the ball at the Smithson Valley 36-yard line.
1st and 10 Cavaliers at the 13.
Sean Brown Nixon now is at running back. I guess they're giving him a little bit more reps, and Stevens is on the sidelines.
Wilson flanked to the near side on this 1st down. And speaking of, there is Sean Brown Nixon. Carries the ball over the 35 down to around the 33. They're going to give him about a pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 rather.
Brown Nixon has been injured, Roland, earlier in the season, and I think he's back healthy enough, and he's a senior. It'd be nice to get him some reps into this game when he has an opportunity to get in.
They're sending Eves and Wilson out to the near side. On the far side, that is Cortland Denisio.
Yeah, one-on-one down here with Wilson and Jalen Nutt. Here we go.
Eves shifting over to the far side, now in motion on this 2nd down. Here's the give, straight up the middle. Once again, that is Brown Nixon. Square to guy of tackles. He'll be stopped at about the 25. That'll move the chains and give the Cavaliers another 1st down. 7:53 left to go in tonight's ball game.
Roland, that's nothing but hard running and not being denied and not going down when you want to. And, I mean, he just picked up an extra 3 yards when everyone thought the play was over. That's a great job. Of course, when you have all this momentum and things are going your way and you're way up on the scoreboard, it's a lot easier to play loose. And so some of these players are playing very aggressively, and that was just a good hard run that time by Sean Brown-Nixon.
It's first down this time. Card decides, I'll keep it. And he tries to get around the outside. Not much there. As that Ranger defense just collapsed on him. Corey McElroy and on the stop, among others there for Smithson Valley.
Corey McElroy on the stop.
Yeah, McElroy came up and actually made the hit. But I tell you that it was caused by Christian Romano coming up from his cornerback position that actually forced Card back into the pursuit of his defensive fellows.
No gain on the play, they're saying. It'll be 2nd and 10. Line of scrimmage is the Smithson Valley 25 for Lake Travis. As Wilson and Eves once again to the near side. Denicio to the far side for quarterback Hudson Card. Now calling signals this time to hand off once again. Brown-Nixon as he decides, or he turns it across the 20. He's going to get some big yards inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line before he'll be stopped there.
Well, you can see he's got fresh legs. I mean, he's a ball of energy. He's not going down with the first hit or two. Very impressive with his running so far.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. Be 1st and 10, Lake Travis. Card looks to the sideline. Get some word from
slowing down the pace.
Carter. Yes, absolutely. Slowing down the pace, trying to milk that clock as much as they can. 2 receivers near side and a single receiver far side. Here's the give. This is Brown-Nixon once again at the 15. Get inside the 15 before he'll be met there and drugged down. Trey Moore on the stop for Smithson Valley.
Trey Moore is one of those sophomores, Roland, that we've seen him grow up this whole year, starting the first time 10 weeks ago. And he's just been playing really good football every single game. He's been on a lot of tackles here tonight.
Absolutely. 33 tackles, both solo and assist on the year, 11 thrown for loss, and 8 quarterback sacks.
It's pretty productive for a sophomore kid, isn't it?
Correction, 5 quarterback sacks. Be 2nd and 9. Here's Card. Keeper looks far side, has a man into the end zone, and a touchdown goes to Kyle Eves, his 2nd touchdown reception of the evening.
That's just good play calling, good execution on a play action pass. Eves rolls out to the side, out in the flat. He's wide open. The safety Livingston wasn't able to get over there, so it's good pass and catch for touchdown.
5:04 left to go in this one. At the moment, the Rangers down 30. It's 44-14 as McCannon on to try the extra point for Lake Travis. And the kick is good. 5:04, as we mentioned, left to go in the ball game. Our score, Lake Travis 45, Smithson Valley 14. More in just a moment. Smithson Valley football here on the Ranger Network.
When you're ready for a break, hurry in to Chicken Express. Let us do all the cooking for you. We always offer high-quality, affordable meals that the entire family will enjoy. Our chicken is never frozen and is hand-battered fresh so you can really taste the difference. You can expect fast and friendly service at Chicken Express, whether you dine in, drive through, or drive up. Hurry in and hurry back to Chicken Express.
Well, Kyle Eves hauled in his 2nd touchdown of the evening from about 15 yards out. The extra point good with 5:04 left to go in tonight's ball game. It's Lake Travis on top of Smithson Valley, 45-14. And Jeff, as we were mentioning, right there, this right at about Lake Travis's average, point-wise.
Yeah, they averaged 44 points a game. And, the first half I thought that, Smithson Valley was in a good situation because they were way below the curve, but they seemed to turn on the juice the second half.
Here's Sill bringing the kickoff back to about the 24-yard line. That's where the Rangers will go to work offensively, 1st and 10.
Well, I think you try to do the best you can in this situation, milk as much time off the clock, and just move the chains. And make sure no one gets hurt, and just put something on the board, get some points on the board, play for a little bit of pride.
2 receivers near side on a 1st and 10. Once again, line of scrimmage, the 24-yard line. Quick out, this is Rivera at the 25, the 30. Rivera to about the 40-yard line before he'll be met there and drug out of bounds. And on the stop, Max Foyt.
And some people may say, how come we weren't doing that earlier?
Yeah, well, you know.
I understand.
One thing.
It looks like there's some backups now on defensive line and linebackers.
That's right. 2 receivers to the far side and a single receiver to the near side on this 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. The fake to Frash this time. Rivera once again on the other side of the field. At the 45, down is still on his feet. At about the 47, refusing to go down. That'll be a nice pickup for Smithson Valley.
That shows a lot of good range by the middle linebacker, Mauricio Trevino, running all the way to the sidelines and making that tackle. I tell you, he's got 75 tackles, 5 tackles for loss coming into tonight's game. He's been on the field, all over the field, making tackles here tonight. He's a tackling machine.
That's it. Pickup of 6 at 2nd and 4. Smithson Valley from their own 47-yard line. This time the give straight ahead. Darlington Frash, nice hole across the 40 down to around the 39-yard line. Before he'll be slowed down there, over to slow him down, as you were mentioning, they're bringing people in off the bench. Jacob Hopkins in on the stop that time for Lake Travis. But the Rangers will have new life there. Brand new set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. New receivers near side. Here's the give this time for Tone. Across the 40, he'll be stopped at about the 37. Give him a pickup of 2. Should be 2nd and 8.
Yeah. Well, you're running right at them, right off the middle. Then you try to hit them off the edge, and you throw a little quick pass to the sidelines. You're trying to mix it up a little bit, get the defense on their heels. That's how you have to kind of mix things up, where the defense isn't predicting where you're going to be. And you move the chains that way.
Gilliam to the far side, along with another receiver on this 2nd and 8. This time Williams decides to call his own number, but he'll be met there and dropped over to make the stop that time. George Hernandez, among others, for Lake Travis.
Hernandez, a senior defensive tackle, getting some more playing time right now. He's a big kid out there. He hasn't seen a whole lot of action, but did a nice job getting off his block that time off of Taylor Brooks, a junior 54 offensive right guard, and made the tackle.
It'll be 3rd down now for Smithson Valley as they spin 2 receivers to the near side and a single receiver to the far side. Might have been movement.
Free play.
No penalty marker apparently.
No, there is. He was offsides.
There it is, right here on the near side of the field.
Yeah. Levi Williams knew he had a free play there, so he went ahead and went towards the end zone and just overthrew Gilliam that time.
That is the call right on the near side of the field. So good heads-up play that time by Williams. Certainly has been a pleasure being able to see Levi play among all the Smithson Valley Rangers this season. The seniors stick out. Thank you for a very enjoyable high school career.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly it's been an honor to watch you play. So from a 3rd and 7, they move it up 5. It's 3rd and 2 now from the Lake Travis 31-yard line. Here's the give. This is Frash, some hard running. He's going to get the 1st down. He bangs out inside the 25. May mark this at about the 23-yard line.
Boy, Roland, he's a load to bring down. He's 5'8", 200-pound sophomore running back, and I'm telling you, he averages around 4.5 yards per carry. And I'm telling you, all of it is after he gets hit at the line of scrimmage. He really knows how to lower the boom and just keep his feet moving.
Absolutely. The young man is tough, mighty tough. 2 receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. 1st and 10, line of scrimmage is the 24. Here's the give to Frash. This time A pitch and pass to the end zone. This one might have been picked off, and I believe it was.
Yeah, didn't fool him a bit.
Eric Nava gets the interception for Lake Travis. As that time, crash pitch to Chandler Cole, who's in a wide receiver.
It was a reverse throwback that time, and typically that corner gets lost in all the confusion in the backfield, and the receiver gets behind him. But I'll tell you what, that time, who was it, Adam Nova? He did a nice job, a sophomore DB, just hanging with his receiver and picked up a nice interception in the end zone. Stopped this drive.
1:50 left to go in tonight's ball game. Lake Travis, they took an early lead and have held on 45-14 over Smithson Valley. Ascard brings the offense back into the game. First and 10, line of scrimmage is the Lake Travis 20-yard line.
Here we go, victory formation again. Do you trust him?
What? No. Here's Card with the snap this time, a three-step drop, and he indeed does take an E. As I guess they're just trying to get some time off the clock. But no, I've learned my lessons.
Yeah. Well, it's good sportsmanship here. I mean, just let the clock run out. There's no need to put try to execute any plays out here.
That's right. Major average.
Major average, yeah.
Major points, and just wait till
good solid victory.
Wait till next week. Get as many out of here without injuries as you possibly can. Once again, Card taking a knee. He's trying to get that time off the board. A minute left. For Smithson Valley, a very interesting season. Glad to see they made familiar ground, as we mentioned pregame, back to the playoffs as they have for so many consecutive years. And we know as we look at young sophomores in the likes of Frash and people like Fortone, who's not a sophomore, but of course will be here next season, and other young men. There's a very promising future for this Smithson Valley squad.
Well, you're spot on with that statement, because there's a lot of sophomores that saw a significant amount of playing time and starting roles on this Smithson Valley Ranger team in 2018. So, yeah, there's nothing but bright future for the program moving forward.
Well, they don't even have to snap it one more time, as time's going to run off the clock. Your final this evening be the Lake Travis Cavaliers over the Smithson Valley Rangers by a final score of 45-14. Be back to wrap it up here in just a moment. It's been Smithson Valley Football on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal ISD. The Comal Independent School District is a fast-growing and innovative district with more than 23,000 students. Families are attracted to Comal ISD because of its family values, neighborhood schools, and safe environments. Come to Comal ISD. And Chicken Express, home of world-famous chicken tenders and legendary Chicken-y sweet tea. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express. And Physicians Premier. Our conveniently located freestanding ERs are fully equipped and expertly staffed, so you get the best care closest to home. At Physicians Premier, you'll find faster service, friendly doctors, and a comfortable level like no other. And Texas Regional Bank. Buying or building a home? We have construction and mortgage loans to help. For all your personal or business banking needs, Texas Regional Bank. The people you know. And Texas 46, a home-style hill country restaurant, has been in the Spring Branch community for over 30 years, where the focus is on a Lone Star favorite, slow-cooked barbecue. We can cater or host your next large event, too. Welcome to Texas 46.
Back with you, Lake Travis High School, on a picture-perfect night for high school football playoffs. It unfortunately didn't fall the way of the Smithson Valley Rangers as they fell to Lake Travis by a final score of 45-14. And now we know that Lake Travis will move on to the next round of the playoffs. They'll be facing the Madison Mavericks, San Antonio. And Geoff, some of your takeaways on this one.
Well, I mean, first of all, you have to take a look at the big picture. Smithson Valley had a great year. They started off the season with a heartbreaking loss by 1 point to Midland lead. And the next game they played against this Madison Maverick team and lost by a field goal. So they really had to rebound. They had a lot of young players play for them on offense and defense. And you know what? They gelled together. They came together as a team, and they started to play really like Ranger football. Made the most of the season. Real proud of them for making the playoffs. Last 3 games of the season, 3-0 run coming into tonight's contest against arguably in the top 10, one of the top 10 schools in the state, and that's Lake Travis. So they were just kind of outmanned, and they had I think they had a good, solid, I guess, plan to attack them. They just were out executed by talent, and that sometimes happens.
Absolutely. Well, Lake Travis certainly didn't go 9-1 on the season, for nothing. And they have a very tight squad. They're going to give Madison a time next week. That ought to be a very entertaining game.
Yeah, it would be.
And for Smithson Valley, we're proud of you. We look forward to next season already, getting things started. So once again, with our final 45-14, Lake Travis over the Smithson Valley Rangers. So many people to thank. We'll start with Bo Wick. Of course, all of our family here at Wick Productions, we thank you for the wonderful job you've done all season. All of our brother announcers who, of course, all over the state of Texas this evening, covering either high school or some other form of football. And from my partner, Geoff Gandy, the best in the business, my friend. I look forward to doing it with you again.
Looking forward to it again myself.
Absolutely. So once again, it's been a wonderful 2018 season. And until next season, Smithson Valley, so long from the Ranger Network.